It's another wrap-up. I'm almost tired of how fast these months keep moving by. We're getting older. We're on a long walk. It's like one of those movies that we watched this month. I am one of your hosts, Bryan. It's not important. That's our co-host.
Welcome to the Nostalgia Blast podcast. We are taking it back old school, so we are going to review stuff that came out in 2025. I know you guys from are listening to this from the year 2035, but to make it extra nostalgic, we went back in time to 2025.
What's the fucking slang that they're saying these days?
Upagognar.
Upagognar.
All the hot kids say Upagognar in the
somehow
streets.
They still say the N-word in there too.
Along with that, Upagognar, my negotiater.
Still draw that in.
Upagognar, my negotiator.
Somehow Clanker got protective status before the N-word. I don't know how.
You can't say that anymore. It's a slur.
It's a slur.
There's actual robots walking the streets. There's actual Teslas walking the streets now.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm more terrified about the fact that much more of our friends are using those robotic female friends than even in the South Park episode that had it.
No, we don't have robots. We just have sentient Teslas.
You know, just like South Park predicts everything. Yeah. South Park was right about that. I'll tell you what. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, going back in time for the Nostalgia Cast. This is, of course, go all the way back in September 25. This is the wrap up where we cover movies, TV shows, and anything else that we want to cover. Any news that dropped? Let's start with that, Mark. Let's lead off. Obviously, kind of big news. I mean, big news for you because you're like a Simpsons superfan. Let's just drop the fact that Simpsons is getting another movie 2 decades after the first one.
Yeah, I usually check up on Simpsons news and I didn't see this coming, and a lot of people didn't see this coming. They probably had this hidden. So my assumption is they probably had a draft. They were probably because they probably had a movie, a couple of movie drafts for a long time now, because they've been teasing or shopping or thinking about doing a movie sequel since the fucking release of the first one.
Literally. So
there was probably just a draft lying around, and Disney was like, we need more money, we need more sequel, fuck it, just greenlight that Simpsons movie. Because my theory is why they why Disney themselves didn't do it after they bought Fox is because the Bob's Burgers movie didn't really do so well.
Well, it was also, they threw that out during COVID.
Yeah, that too, but still. Executives don't really think that smart, so they probably they don't want primetime stuff. But it's they're really trying to go forward on marketing the Simpsons, they're Disney Plus mascots right now, at this point. Because they have really crappy those Disney Plus shorts are really bad usually. But they're Disney Plus mascots, and they're just I guess they're trying to do more with them. So,
do you think originally this was going to be a Disney Plus movie, and they just kind of translated it? Fuck it, we'll just announce this now, and this will become a theatrical film. I do think that there's a chance that this was going to be a...
Nah, because they're doing Disney Plus specials already. They're doing exclusive Disney Plus episodes.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we've seen them translate so many things from Disney Plus moving over. This doesn't even seem like it would have gotten it, if not for the success of a Lilo and Stitch movie that was going to be Disney Plus, or a Moana 2 that was going to be Disney Plus. These things that were Disney Plus centric, and now they just kind of push them up and over into theater space.
I doubt the Simpsons team and Matt Groening would like agree to do a movie unless it's like for something special. Like they are already doing specials on Disney Plus, and you're just gonna leave it at that. If they want to go big and bombastic, they're gonna do a movie. It's gonna be theatrical. They've done hour-long specials before.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think it's very weird to even do this.
Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry. I think this is going to be like a real. What they're working on is going to be like a kind of a movie that ups the stakes for the town of Springfield, like the first instance what we did.
Yeah, I just don't see this. There's so little cachet in The Simpsons anymore. Like, even in the 2000s, it was still obviously extremely relevant, but 2010s, it was already slipping. 2020s, they are so irrelevant that it is extremely surprising that, unless the budget is...
I mean...
unless the budget is, sub $50 million, which it better be, this should not be getting this needs to ride on marketing. Obviously, this will ride on a lot, but it's very strange because again, like this is not a franchise that it's not a dead franchise, but it's damn near like.
No, I would say similar to like Simpsons had like kind of lost relevancy, similar to or like around 2005 and upwards. The thing is, what happened with the release of Simpsons movie? They were like throwing Simpsons at everything. You got like an amusement park ride coming up. They had a big game coming up. They made sure Simpsons was everywhere in time for this movie. And because people were like, oh, I remember the Simpsons, and of course, this is also at a time where people were.
You're talking about the first movie.
Yep. People were out of time. We're going to movies regularly anyway, so it's like the movie made money when it came out. The Simpsons, the show itself, like was kind of like off relevancy around that time as well. It's probably less people are going to theaters nowadays, especially for animated movies, even if it's for adults or not. So this time it could be a bit more skeptical.
Extremely.
What they can do up the ante is like probably like do a different art style. So they're probably gonna fucking Charlie Brown it. Like I can imagine like doing like by Charlie Brown I mean like the Blue Sky Charlie Brown. It could be like I imagine like an art style that's just like it's 2D but it's like it's in 3 dimensions and it's just gonna be like it's gonna be very similar to like the Charlie Brown style from what I can imagine.
I hope so. If there's one thing that Disney's clearly shown us, it's that they are willing to absolutely take risks in the animation design department. I mean, they totally have done that over the past.
I don't believe Disney would, but I believe the Simpsons crew would like try something there.
It just depends on how much of a budget they give them, and I'm curious. I think the biggest question as well is where, this thing is releasing. I don't have it on hand here, but it's coming out in 2027, which is already again, it's overwhelming.
They had to take a Marvel movie out the schedule just to put that there because apparently there was like another Marvel movie on schedule around that year, and I took it off.
I don't think this changes the MCU's planning.
I mean, that was the news coming out. There was a Marvel movie on
untitled. Basically, the untitled slot was for Marvel, and now it's put in for Simpsons.
Yeah.
However, I mean, whatever the Marvel's going to dance with, they're going to dance with. I mean, I don't think the Simpsons is big enough to kind of push around Marvel, but Disney's got their own plans. I do think that it's just weird how many studios. We're talking studios that have extreme relevance and are major studios with, animation studios specifically that have movies coming out in 2027. We're talking about Leica is coming out with one. With Wildwood, I believe, is coming out in 2027. Pixar has.
Oh, they're making new shit.
Yeah, Pixar comes out with I think 2 movies, if not 1, but 2 in 2027. Frozen comes out in 2027. Spider-Verse comes out in 2027. I think there's an Illumination film that comes out in 2027. DreamWorks just announced that they have an untitled film. Most people are presuming that's the Wild Robot sequel that is coming in 2027. What else is there? Bluey got announced for 2027. I
forgot that I was still getting a movie. 2027? No, that was announced a while ago.
It was announced a while ago.
You think a Bluey movie because like that animation isn't like extravagant. You think
it should be low budget, so it should make money at least. It doesn't need to make a lot of money. This should be like if it makes even $40 million, it should be fine. And plus by that point, Bluey probably people know about it now, but I mean,
it appeals to a lot of adults. This movie's gonna make a lot of money. That cult is wrapping this.
It is, but as you know, just like we talked about with so many things, you have a peak point, and then it still falls off a little bit. Like if this movie came out 2 years ago, you're talking about $1 billion. This movie comes out this year, you're talking about $500 million, maybe.
I don't even get to. We'll bet on it when it comes to. I think it gets to like a $500 million mark.
I don't know. Again, but the question is with all these movies, it's like I don't know if they have room to breathe. That's my biggest thing. Like Simpsons might come out, but I don't know if it has room to breathe if it's next to a DreamWorks movie and Pixar's Gato, and then Pixar's Incredibles, and then Disney's Frozen, and then Frozen 3, and then DreamWorks Wild Robot or whatever that comes out, and then Leica's Wildwood, and then you have a ton of movies already announced, and it just keeps getting thrown into 2027.
Well, the funny ironic thing is because I watched the first episode of The Simpsons, like season 36 premiere.
Yeah.
The season premiere of their newest season, which was mediocre. It was about Lisa trying to get with the fashion kids by trying Marge's '90s clothes. But the episode starts with them like they're going to see the Hungry Hungry Hippos multiverse movie, and they're getting excited about it. And it's like while they're driving to the theater, Bart is like, "Wow, we're gonna see like it sucks for those chumps who have to wait 3 days later to for it to come to streaming." And like they just stop and they just turn around and just cut to them in their house. Like 3 days later, they're watching the movie on streaming.
Yeah.
And it's like that's ironic because could be how people treat the Simpsons movie.
Did you hear also? That's a good pivot, really quickly. The Demons, Sony, and Crunchyroll said there will be no 2025 home video release and or streaming release for Infinity Castle. It will not be out until 2026. They literally they were like, we are not putting this on streaming until next year. That is the first movie that I've seen.
Give us more money, you fuckers.
Where they said, we are definitively not going to push this early. And I don't know if that's a stance that they'll stick to. Like, I'm sure around the holiday season, someone's going to give. Sony or Crunchyroll is going to give up something, I'm sure, at some point. They'll be like, I don't know, we might make a lot of money if we put this on fucking VOD for holiday season. So we might start seeing a little slippage, but that's a long gap time if that is the case. Like, this movie came out this came out I believe in July in Japan,
probably the movie
August in America.
Probably the movie takes a while, but like they're probably gonna convert into episodes first.
That could be the case. Yeah, because
technically the movie is coming out with the episodes.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk obviously
1 week by week, baby.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that Infinity Castle piecemeal.
That's the way. Yeah. I think it's very interesting because I think most studios are starting to lean away from, they like their streaming services, but if they can keep their base of subscribers and then just kind of push a little further on when these things come out. Like Thunderbolts came out in May, and then it didn't come out until September. I think, and that's a really good. They're
starting to realize the streaming model is hurting the fucking box office industry, so they're actually trying to fucking force change on it. But like, it's going to take a long time to change some mindsets. Because I did notice on Disney, like shit isn't coming to Disney Plus immediately. Like they're still advertising. The newest Marvel thing on Disney Plus is Brave New World. Go see that. It's been some change, and like we still don't have a fucking what's the most Fantastic First Steps on there.
Which is
if this was the old Disney Plus, if this is the old Disney Plus, it'd be on there by now.
Yes, great sign. Yeah, great sign. And again, the only movie I think Disney Plus has done that for was obviously Elio, because it was so dog shit and it bombed, and they were like, let's get this thing out within like I think less than 2 months. And I was like, good, yeah, because that one.
It needs eyes, please.
It needs. Yeah. Also, congratulations to not to make this all about animation, but congratulations to Bad Guys 2. When we did the review last month.
We have to make it all about. I don't like animation. We have to keep making things about animation.
I said last month, okay, not good news. It's sitting at 150. It needs to, which was technically, it made its money back. Technically light profitability for a movie that was like $80 million budget, but the last movie made $250 million. It's now at $215, which means that it's way more than just making its money back. It's now profitable. You could hypothetically get a third movie, even if the box office is slipping from 1 to 2. You could get a sequel maybe on streaming, but that still means that the franchise has some life. I want to see more from it, so good to see that.
We can squeeze another Trolls 4. We can squeeze.
We could squeeze a Gabby's Dollhouse 3. What are we talking about?
Is that DreamWorks?
Yeah, that's DreamWorks. Crazy.
Yeah. Is that making money?
I don't know.
It's got 77 on Rotten Tomatoes. That's
apparently it's good.
It's doing something right.
People are saying it's a good movie, and I did not.
What are we missing? Should we want to go see it today?
No.
We're going to stop this recording right now. Fuck, no, we can leave the recording on. Let's take the mic with us.
Hey, you know what? No, we're not.
Audio commentary for Gabby's Dollhouse.
No, Mark, remember, we had our insider reporter, Martin. That's why he's not here. He's going to come back. Next time we see him, we're going to ask him about Gabby's Dollhouse.
We're going to ask him every second until he tells us the truth. He's going to say, I haven't seen it. All right, tell us the truth.
Give us the fucking honest truth, buddy. It made $21 million.
We know you saw it.
It made $21 million so far, so it's raking in all the cash. Yeah. No, that thing's bombing. All right. Any other news, Mark, for the?
Damn, you need to give us some. You need to give Gabby's Dollhouse some more money.
Who?
You?
Me?
Yeah.
I gave the. I gave them.
You got a little sister. Doesn't she want to see it?
Fuck no. I gave them a. I got my family to go see Bad Guys 2, and I watched it a second time. That's enough money.
You skip Gabby's dolls. That makes no fucking sense.
All right. We're moving off the wrap up. Let's Mark, you got anything else on the wrap up you want to talk about?
No.
All right. Let's jump over to the first movie.
You want what I have? You're gonna have to sacrifice.
Are you willing to sacrifice spoilers? Spoiler alert. We're going to talk about him.
Yeah, we're talking
about Hims. The fucking... Isn't there like a... I don't know, like a shaving brand called Him? No, that's like a hair brand.
It's a hair brand. Hims, yeah.
Hair growth.
I believe they say that you can grow your pubic hair. Isn't that the ad?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, spoiler. I don't know where I was pivoting to.
Can we talk about that instead? I want to talk about... Let's talk about pubic hair.
Anyway, so Him. So this was directed by Justin Tipping, written by him and Skip Bronke alongside Zach Akers. Composer Bobby Kurlick. I think he did a great job with the music, at least here. Budget of $27 million. Everything that we're going to be reviewing here, Mark, by the way.
Hold on. You got all this wrong. Directed by Jordan Peele. Screenwriter Jordan Peele. Starring Jordan Peele.
Yeah. Apparently the world thinks this is a Jordan Peele movie.
So like Jordan Peele's not any of this. He's done everything. Both of those guys are Jordan Peele. He just has like a lot of prosthetics on.
Those two are Jordan Peele right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Jordan Peele.
He did it all. Yes. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him with all his, with the Key and Peele show. I mean, they dressed up as everything, so it wouldn't actually be surprising. But, this obviously, it stars Tyreek Withers in the main role. You got Marlon Wayans in this, and then Julia Fox in the secondary. You also have Jim Jeffries, who's the doctor here, so very cool to see. He's a very cool comedian, so cool to see him in a role where he's so prominent in film itself. So, I thought him. I think marketing-wise, Mark, you touched on a good point. I think this movie's... It's not a big mistake, because obviously you want to go where money potentially can grow for you. And money would potentially grow for you if this was a great movie. If this was a great movie and you constantly mention that this is produced by Jordan Peele, but all they kept saying is, Jordan Peele's him. It's like, you're kind of, everyone that I know thought this was a Jordan Peele movie.
Yeah.
Even I thought for a second.
Besides my criticisms for what the movie is, it is going to set the wrong expectations for people who are fans of Nope, Us, and Get Out. But it's going if you're expecting something similar to those movies, it's a very different directorial style, mainly because it's from a different director.
Yes, the energy here is completely different. It's not that at all. And again, while a lot of people find a lot of disinterest in it, I think I have debatably a different take than most on this movie. I do think that rightfully there are places that people can find absolute issues with the movie itself. I do find that the topic at hand here is such a valuable thing. I mean, you're talking about the most valuable sport in the world outside of soccer, obviously. You're talking about the most valuable sport in the most profitable country in the world. I mean, American football is so influential, and it's so globally known, and it's so such a staple in so many lives that getting this right and nailing the concept is, I think, what everyone wanted here. And so, however we determine what we think about it is up to us. But Mark, I'm going to throw it to you first. What did you think about him as a movie?
I was very bored by it. So here's the thing. I think the acting is good. I think the cinematography is very well done. I like certain shots. It's at some points it feels like an old 90s music video. The way some of the editing works, but when I came out when I was putting the group chat, I worded it wrong. Nothing in this movie confused me. I get the point it's trying to get across. I just don't think it gets it across in a very interesting way. I like the ideas it's trying to do. Like I like the idea of like a horror or slash thriller based around a sport. I think that's like a very interesting idea, but I don't think it pulls it off well. The reason this movie has me bored for the most time is because like there's no there's no sense of like there's nothing thrilling about it. It's like it's trying to be like a I guess it's going for more of a thriller than horror, because there's nothing horrifying, but like there's nothing about it that seems thrilling because it doesn't feel like grounded in reality. Even though it's like the rules it goes by is close to reality, because the main character, like, he has like a very monotone reaction to everything, where it's he's like, whoa, that's crazy, but I guess that's how it is here. Whoa! But like, oh, I guess that's what I just go with it. And he's the only one that kind of just sees things that way. So like, it doesn't feel like much is at stake, because we don't get much about his personal life, or like we don't see much about like, we don't see him acting in the real world, I'm gonna call it, outside of this camp. It's like the opening is very before we get to the camp is very short, and it's like the head injury is not very explained well. Like, when we get to the camp, I don't feel like the movie is like the intensity of the weirdness is getting higher and higher. I just feel like we're just one weird sequence to the next weird sequence. It doesn't feel like things are like really progressing to like any sort of like plot. Things are just happening until we get to the final fight with with him and in Wayne. Which Wayne is that?
The goat Wayne, Marlon Wayne.
Between Marlon and Wayne, and then that weird cult thing at the end. I mean, and to talk about the ending real quick, I mean, I guess that's the most part. That was the most interesting part. But like, I mean, I thought it was pretty bad, but I thought it was like fascinating, because like, okay, we're just going to take all these metaphors. We're just going to take all these metaphors like literally, and we're just going to like just introduce the supernatural, because at no point in the movie where it's like the supernatural was hinted. It just exists now, and it's just this weird. It's just like it becomes just like this obscene weirdness by the end. It's like, okay, I guess I just watched that.
Understandable. I found this to be incredibly well done in how it handles metaphor. I think that's this movie's strength. I think critically, this entire film is metaphor. It's just an entire metaphor. Like, everything about it is a critique on how, in so many ways, so many things around football. He said there's no sign of pressures on the main character, or that pressures were increasing. We're talking generational wealth. We're talking about being able to play in this game, being able to compete on the national stage, being able to compete at the professional level, something that he's aimed for from the very beginning, and the chance of it slipping away due to a single concussion was everything. He had to skip the combine, which is one of the core places, or was one of the core places that younger incoming rookies would test before getting drafted. And when he lost that opportunity, now he's floundering. The problem here, I think, for a lot of people is it's not clearly explained in that way for anyone that doesn't necessarily, even from like an outset point. You don't have to play football to know it. You don't have to, be a journalist in football to know it. These are just core points of football, or whether that's combine, whether that's how you have pee-wee football, training football, going into college football, going into the professional leagues, things like that. But I thought that it was clear and concise. I thought everything about this was, you could see, so much of it is, hey, a critique on the old school approach of, just athletics in general, how coaches, like the GOAT here, he's doing a lot of things where he's avoiding that stressor or that stress point for the player. And that happened so often, in hazing and in college profession and in college profession football, where coaches overlook that. They don't care. People just die. Kids just die on the field on a regular basis. They did, not as much now, but did, because that coach at that level would do that. That was a critique very much personally to that style of football training. And it was like, I thought that was very well done. I thought it really played into a lot of the normalcy and the dangers of hazing that's so common. The ritualistic way that you're supposed to just kind of work yourself and contort yourself into this normalcy that is insane. It does a really good job, especially in the beginning, of that perception of concussion. The NFL hates concussion discussion because it's the one thing that absolutely could kill the league entirely. In fact, when concussions got peaked in discussion in the mid-2010s, there was a mass amount of parents that decided, hey, we're not just going to have our kids go into football at all. We're going to avoid this. And they saw a drop-off in the amount of players that they could potentially have going into the draft, going into the league in the future. And now that that's quieted down a lot, you don't have that sort of that issue. But the fact that they even played into it a little, and that was always kind of central in theming to the movie here and there, I thought was extremely well done. I think there's a moment in day 2 of training where you have the free agents come in, and I'm trying to kind of tag it as, free agents are in a weird place where they have to keep playing on this cycle, and they have to get back on the bicycle again. And the league wants you as a free agent to just be willing to do, to play in this game. And if that means that on a random play you're going to get smacked like that, or a quarterback's, the expectation of a quarterback, I think, done well here again in that training exercise of day 2, where you have a player that gets hit by, a football at full speed. It's like, you've got to feel that pressure. You see that on a regular basis. Like, they used to call certain passes that a quarterback would throw a hospital pass, because if you throw it at a certain angle in a place on the field, you could absolutely get your receiver critically hurt, if not killed, but critically hurt. And I like the way that they presented that. I think that, again, in metaphor. And again, I think the balance out between the rookie coming in and the goats that's fighting for a position and kind of in a place of slight jealousy, but seeing that he's slipping out of time, but still trying his best to be relevant, is very well done as well. I think that there's so many things here that are done extremely well. The very end, I thought, where they're fighting, these two are fighting in a coliseum, and football's based in that coliseum-like style, is done very well. Again, what is the Colosseum? What was it based from? Well, in Rome, obviously, they did the gladiator fights. Guess what they're doing at the end? Very much gladiator fight. It's all very much a metaphor for what football is, and the expectation, especially for a quarterback, and the pressures of it, and the pressures to succeed, and especially when you're at that edge of being in. Get everything right. Don't fuck up. Don't screw up. Don't do this. Don't do that. I thought that it was actually really, really accurately done. Again, through metaphor. Does it seem a little messy? Absolutely.
Yeah, I was. I'll let you
But I
finish.
think, again, through metaphor, it's all. I think you could literally put this on in, if I was a coach, I would show this, because it is as serious as football can get, and it is as evil as football can get. Especially, again, the end, you have the defiance where he's like, fuck you, I'm not signing that contract. That's what all the league is going to want you to do. And that's, not on his terms, on their terms. And they treat him like a slave. And, I love so much about how this movie is portraying the decision-making of this young rookie, or this person that's trying to be a rookie in this game, where he's already given so much from the very beginning. And it still wants more of you. And, I found it to be absolutely fantastic in that way. You wanted to bounce off, so...
Yeah. I think all those topics you talk about are very interesting. I wish, I could see that in this movie. I think just, the metaphors didn't confuse me. I just thought they were very messy of, their placement. And again, I didn't feel like we were kind of progressing to a narrative until we got to the very end, and What did you think about that ending? Because I thought that ending was messy. Because what the metaphors is like they're trying to the metaphors is like they're trying to relate them to these like concepts. There was this intense scene where the guy is like getting hit with like footballs and stuff. And
that's way back.
Yeah, and I thought that part was interesting. Some ideas are interesting, and then when we get to the ending, they take the figurative ideas of those metaphors literally, and like we just get very religious and supernatural. And that was the very end.
Are you talking about the signature part and all that?
Yeah, the signature part and all that.
And the final gladiator fight and all that?
Yeah.
I thought it made sense. I thought it was, hey, like, you have an aging superstar quarterback that's on the edge of losing relevance. He is trying to fight for his position in a game where he's given his all and he's done as much as he's possibly done, and the owners still want to move off of him, and he's desperate, and he's trying everything, and they still don't want him around.
Okay.
You said you got...
I get the... No, here's the thing. I get the idea. In terms of, like, the movie's world... Because, like... so is this movie's... Is this movie... Is this movie's world all a metaphor? Because I'm trying to follow the journey like grounded to reality.
As fictional as something like Joker 2, where it's in the world but it's not. Like that's where
and the movie's not clear of like if it's out or in or out of the world.
Right, but I think exactly.
And that was very confusing. And I thought that was I didn't feel like we were going anywhere until we got to like the very end of it.
I thought I could see I thought where we were going,
and especially sorry to cut you off, but like that And also that opening bit, like the concussion idea.
You didn't think that made sense at all?
They didn't explain it. They like
for the broad audience, you're like what the fuck happened?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
But yeah, understandable. I thought especially understandable. That's my only issue.
It needs to be clear of where it's like where we're inside of somebody's head. This is like a fictional metaphorical world, or is this reality and we have some supernatural parts that are like invading reality in some way? It's just like there is not enough explanation to like what the movie is actually trying to do. I don't think they need to ham-fist it. I just think they need to like try to think of a clever way or just like some interesting way to get what they're talking about across.
I think it was great. I think one of the pieces that I felt was really horribly shoved in that didn't make as much sense as possible was having the female fan crawl into the sauna out of the blue, and it wasn't real, but it was real, because of course it's like no one's gonna be able to crawl into a sauna that's 200 degrees and all that, but then like they find it just, that was where I was like, what the fuck is...
Well, like I thought that like
that's clearly that's another metaphor.
Yeah.
That metaphor is like stupid. Like that metaphor actually is like dumb.
I thought it's an interesting idea. I didn't like the. I mean, I remember
the execution was bad in that.
Yeah, but like I think it's an interesting idea. But like I need to see how this relates to the real world, because the thing is like I don't buy that it's like not the real world at all, because we see the the guy's reality in the beginning before he gets to the camp, and his reactions to everything it's clearly not normal, because his reactions to is telling the audience this is not a normal thing, but he's just going to keep going with it.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like it just confuses me more and more, and if this is all in his head, we probably need to like a scene where it's like, you see that? I don't see that. What you talking about? And it's like it's not clear what it's trying to do.
You don't get the sequence where the player gets hit with a football, and then you get out of that frame to a different frame. Like the only other image or perception you had of that was the doctor played by Jim Jeffries, where he would see that he was tired of all of this anyway, that he was just along for the ride and giving medication, and that while he's been the medical guy the entire time, he's watched this cultist energy pervade the entire thing, and that's all you get, really. You don't get a window into what's actually happening, or if it isn't happening the way that we're seeing it. But clearly we weren't seeing it inaccurately. That's just how it was. But when it's all a game of metaphor, I can understand absolutely the looseness that it can portray. I just found it to be still fitting, even though the metaphor could be a little misinterpreted, or it was. The movie does not inform its audience enough.
Yeah, it's not. There's no misinterpretation. I get it. Yeah. It's just like it's very messy how it portrays it,
right. No, and it's not. I'm saying the general audience could easily misinterpret because of the lack of information that's given to the audience before they just drop a ton of metaphors.
And again, I'm not just judging a movie based on its metaphors. I just think it's just like it wasn't very interesting. I was getting very bored.
I thought, like you said in the beginning, I thought editing, directing, sound makes this movie. It uplifts anything that could make it boring.
And I don't feel like it was going anywhere because like a movie on a similar level, and I know you're probably going to get offended by this, but Joker 2, the acting in that movie is great, the cinematography in that movie is great, but that movie, like,
there's no metaphor there. That's why this movie's better.
I know, I think the metaphors in this one are messy, so I got the same kind of vibe from this with Joker 2, where it's like, a lot of, there's a lot of great, it's the guts it's made out of, it's great, but the overall execution is just not good, and I didn't find this an enjoyable movie at all.
Fair. It's a movie we disagree on, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
Any other? That's all. All right, we're gonna move on.
It's the number one movie everyone is talking about.
Let's go! Man, Leo is getting old. I tell you what. Paul Thomas Anderson returns with another feature here. One Battle After Another. This is based on the novel by Thomas Pynchon and music and score by Johnny Greenwood here. This is the only movie on our list here that has a budget over $100 million. In fact, the budget apparently ranges between $130 to $175 million mark. One Battle After Another, this has been kind of on the radar just because the marketing's been interesting. The cast list is interesting. What do you think about this movie?
Leonardo DiCaprio's an even 50. He's not that old.
He's looking like he used to when we were younger. He looked like 20s until about The Revenant. The Revenant came out, I believe, in 2014. He looked about almost the same age for a good 20 years. He could still play a younger-ish role. Now he has to be middle-aged or older, and that's what he can pull off. He can't.
I think the beginning of this movie makes him does a good job making him look like a.
He looks younger again.
Yeah, younger, and then they confiscated the makeup when it's time for the time skip.
When it's time for the time skip, they just took the makeup off and were like, "Hey, you actually look the part. Fuck it."
They confiscated it. They just took his face and
They're like, please. He's like, please, can I just get something? Shader?
They just
no.
peeled it off, and he was screaming. Ah!
But great cast here. Obviously, Tiana Taylor, like I said, Leonardo DiCaprio, Regina Hall. Obviously, Chase Infinity as the daughter Willa.
Chase Infinity?
That's her name.
Shit, that's a badass name.
That is a.
Why come my parents will have a cooler last name and name me that? Fucking.
Right.
I'm Chase Infinity.
Yeah. That is a Bond smooth name. All right. Let's get back to the point. One Battle After Another. Obviously, it's an Anderson movie. Obviously, a great cast. Let's roll through here. Benicio del Toro, obviously, also here. But through the movie, through the experience, how did you enjoy this? What did you think? This is obviously the longest movie of the month that we've seen. Take me through One Battle.
I was enjoying the just how things just keep escalating. Because the main plot of this movie is we start with a what are they at? Would you say they were a terrorist group?
They're more like a guerrilla group.
Guerrilla group. I've never heard that term. It's
they're like a rebel group.
Resistance. They're resistance.
Yes,
is what they call themselves. Yeah, they we start with this resistance. We're trying to free people. And it's a movement based on anything in World War history. Is this just a thing in his story?
Kind of. Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay. Well, they're trying to save all these people, and the lady of the main lady of the group is trying to interrogate this.
One of them, by the way.
One of them is trying to interrogate this guard. or general.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like in the middle, she's playing around with him sexually while she's doing it.
Yeah.
And it just kind of just like activates his neutrons, and he's like, shit, I'm into her now. I'm gonna stalk her. So like, you know, as they're doing this, like he's just like stalking her, and like he's just being flirtatious, and like, you know, big twist. Well, like 5 minute, like a twist, like that's 5 minutes in the movie. Like she's into it. And you know they start doing the nasty, and you know later, just you know time skip, she's pregnant. But you know where did the baby come from? Did it come from Leo? Because you know her boyfriend's Leo DiCaprio. But like also she was like playing around with the general, so that's not talked about until like, you know, much later. And then, you know, we time skip again. The daughter is like a lot older and the mother's just gone.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot to explain. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, you gave a synopsis, but what did you think?
Shit.
Like, I'm over here. Yeah, Mark, that's the movie point for point. I just want to, you know, because like, yeah, like it's.
You didn't explain a synopsis. I was gonna say.
You know, no, you gave this. I appreciate the synopsis. I didn't. That's on me. But you know,
but like I was having a fun time like trying to see how things keep escalating. It was very because it's not about like it's not really about characters or like relationships between characters. It's like it's about how like characters following one another and things can get worse. It's a big chase movie.
Yes, that's the core.
And that's
it's not even a revolution movie. It's a chase movie. That's what it is. Like around it, you've got these revolution aspects. You have this guerrilla team that's trying to stand up against certain things governmentally and financially and all of that. But beyond that, like it is a chase movie, and you've got these different threads happening here and there, and you know, like no one side is necessarily right than the other, like because even though again the revolutionary female that's more on the extreme side, you know, played by Tiana Taylor that you brought up, it's like you want to root for her, but even she isn't like giving a fuck about the person that she's supposed to be on the team with. She's over there having sex and literally got impregnated by what would be considered the enemy. Which what the fuck is the goal there? Like what are you like? In
every way, like every character we're following, like is fucking up at some point of this. Yes. No one's doing anything correctly. Right. Like Leonardo DiCaprio character, after the time skip, he just let himself go.
He's like Obi-Wan after in the series. Right?
Yeah, even less serious. He forgot everything. He just like got high. He just really gets high.
What is the time?
Yeah, what is the time? Like he has a drinking problem. The mother, she kind of started this whole everything because like she killed a guy during like a bank heist, or
well, she was already a loose end. She was already like just doing her own thing.
Yeah,
which is dangerous.
But that moment triggered everything.
Yes,
and like and got everybody caught, and then she like when she was in Witness, she named names.
It didn't, yeah, exactly. She got caught, and then that unraveled everything. And then even years later, people began to get unraveled and revealed because that chase was still on. Because he's like, the guy is still after. It's almost like, what's his name? The guy from The Force Awakens. He was almost like that evil. The big bad that wanted fucking Rey. Like, he was that desperate to get this Leonardo DiCaprio and then his daughter, because I think he knew already, like, I fucked up here, we had sex, something's up, probably mine, because I think that's why he was after her. And I love so much about that white power section with the fucking Christmas team. You cannot prove to me otherwise that Charlie Kirk didn't get shot by some by some white organization. Because they are so shady.
Like, this is Charlie Kirk already.
Like, they are so shady. Like, and obviously this is fiction, but like, they're so shady. They work alongside government. They work within government. They're like, They've got their own executive things going. They think obviously anything other than pure white Aryan beauty is dirt.
What do you say? What did that old guy say? I want you to wipe the floor clean.
Clean, like we could eat off it or something.
Yeah, like we can eat. I forgot the metaphor he was saying. Like,
yeah, it was something insane. Something where you go back to like Jim Crow and like that guy's right there clearly
like they were trying to like all the other white guys were trying to like trying to scrap. Well, trying to explain it, like trying to explain the mission their own way, and then he just and then the oldest guy just like simplifies it, like
make it clean.
Make it clean.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was like, okay.
Yeah.
You can eat the floor. You can eat the floor off. It clean.
I think one of the great things about this movie is, again, anytime you have, like you said before, characters that are not perfect, and you have, no one's right. Obviously, you have the antagonizing force that is the military, but outside of that, like our rebellion group here, and at least those that are left, I think it's great how defined they are. Like, obviously, the daughter is only so defined. Because, again, she's been on screen the least out of anyone. In fact, I think maybe she gets more time than the mother by the time the movie ends, obviously. But it's like, she's quiet for most of it. You get a sense of her energy, obviously. I mean, she's got a little bit of like, I'm going to do me. I'm a teenager. I'm going to do me. I'm going to bring a cell phone. I'm going to carry around a cell phone even though, I'm not supposed to. And, yeah. Like, and it is funny because you can perceive Leonardo DiCaprio's character, especially when they get picked up when her friends are trying to pick her up for the dance. It is very funny because you could easily perceive it as like, if you were one of the kids, you'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with the dad? Like, she can't do anything. She can't have a phone. What the fuck's wrong with this guy? Like, you could just like flip it and like he's the problem.
Yeah,
in that instance.
She's kind of just like, the poor girl is just kind of along for the ride, but the biggest fuck up she makes is that she carried the phone.
That's all.
And because of that, they find it. And that is like, everyone has a little fuck up that starts just a chain reaction.
Yes, literally. Yeah.
If anyone was like just
everyone fucks up somewhere.
Yeah, if anyone was just following the rules straightforward, if they just follow the rules straightforward, a lot of things just wouldn't. A lot of problems just wouldn't happen.
But then, even then, when the mission is when everyone's trying to get to where they need to go, like something goes wrong. For instance, again, you got the cell phone issue, or you've got Leo who's following the team of skateboarders doing parkour, and like
those guys are cool.
He just missed and fell down, and that's it. That is all it's.
That's on. Oh, okay, that's on a skateboard. Did they really think that old guy can make that fucking jump?
It is on them because I was expecting him to fall on any of those, but it's like. By the time you get to like, I think they warmed up the audience well because by like the fifth one, you're like, all right, I guess he's gonna keep making it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like he keeps making them, and then then he just misses one, and he's down, and he turns a corner, and it's over. It's over, and that's like, oh.
How is that old man not injured from that fucking fall? I would be fucking injured.
Oh. Man.
I usually get fucking hurt from falling off my skateboard. I was here he falls from a tree to the ground, gets tasered.
Yeah. I love Benicio del Toro's character here. He was the sensei. He obviously operates a sort of sanctuary zone, and he's operating in the background there, just like kind of quietly. He's got a place for people to kind of.
I love this character. Because he just got like.
He's just calm.
So that's an example of a guy who just follows all the rules, and he's getting everything right because he just knows exactly what he's doing, and he's just like following his plan, following the rules, and not fucking up on any turn.
And he's just a secondary character in this whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what's amazing. It's like he just comes along. He's there for the like you're following Leo, and then he's just there, and you're following along for a second, and that's it. And then you go.
Because you think I was worried that Leo was gonna fuck things up for him, but no, he's fine. He has all this. He has like every like scenario planned out. He knows exactly what he needs to do at any given moment.
You are right. It did feel like he was gonna fuck something up here, like whether it was when he looks out the window and he's like. Look, the cops are here, and he looks out the window. I thought, like, oh,
or it's being too loud.
When they get in, yeah.
Because I also like I was getting worried. I was thinking like, this is too smooth. Is he just going to rat? He's going to rat out Leo?
Right, because it's like it's so calm.
Like he's just like, yeah, he's in my fucking living room. I just have him right there. Go fucking get him. Where's my money? I thought like he was like. He was like looking under his bed. Is he going to like collect money or something? He's gonna like fucking handicap Leo? What the fuck's going on here?
I think the direction and the editing here is great because I think what you find here is again, everything about those sequences, any sequence where time's starting to get tight is perfectly done, because they've established the setting so well. They've established where a character is in a given moment. So like, and you could reference like 3 or 4 different sequences where this happens in the movie, whether that's with the car chase sequence at the very end, or it's where obviously she's the daughter's in the white car, and then you've got the rich guy in the Christmas group in the blue Mustang, and then you've got Leo in the old tuner car. Like, you've got the 3 cars, or then you've got, again, in the dojo, like the dojo gets opened up, and then you've got the ICE agents or whatever, the military, walking in, and you're like, you know where Leo is in coordination upstairs because it's been mapped out for you. This isn't just a place that you don't know where things are. Like, the accountant had this issue in a couple sequences where I love so much about the sequences in the accountant, but there were moments where you didn't get a full fleshed out detailing design of where they're about to go in, and then after they go in, where the enemy is, so you can just have gunfights, but it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I didn't mind that in the accountant because the accountant was all about watching this autistic guy kick ass.
That's right.
Because that was more of an this is a chase,
I get it. I'm just saying, like, in moments where it was a chase in the accountant.
I get you.
That's all. But here, it's so well defined that you really get a great understanding for it. Like, again, how they used the natural landscape in that final sequence with the cars and the landscape with the road that's like a wave was brilliant. You good?
Oh yeah, I was checking something.
But how they used the waves was brilliant. Like with the hills was fucking brilliant. I don't know who thought of
that scene was also tense too, because it just gaining speed and all, like they're because like you have to slow down and gain speed, or you have to be careful around those hills.
You have to be careful.
It felt like a roller coaster dip the way it was shot.
They were like roller coasters, but then it's almost like Jaws in a way, where the blue car, because you're looking for the blue car. How many hills back is the blue car? And like you've got her, she's driving away in the white vehicle, and then Dodge Charger. But it's like she's getting away a little bit, but then you see in the far distance, many hills back, you see the blue Mustang. And then like in Jaws, you get a little closer. It gets way closer, and it gets way closer again. And it's like, oh shit, she's got to make a decision here. Like, I love so much about the way that's based.
And like this movie does have a moment like where it's like you just wanted to yell at the character, like to break the fourth wall and tell them like they're over there. And it's like you just missed them because like I don't like when movies do that too much, because like if you do it too much it gets annoying.
Yes.
But like this movie does it just enough. Where it was like, oh, I just missed them, and like it has you on here like they're so close.
What did they do? They did it like twice, 3 times?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Like Leo, they just missed each other.
Yeah. I think, by the way, Leo doing little things like showing that he's still got it here and there. He's obviously not as skillful as Benicio del Toro, who's just a straight shot, but like acting, he is that tired, but he also is acting like a fucking drunk homeless guy in that sequence.
Well, he drunk beers and was smoking before he got there, so
it all works out.
Even if he had skill, it's definitely still gimped.
It's all good. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but I thought, man, this was a.
Well, also like the general guy, when he got shot from the car, I was like, that was too quick of a death. He deserved a worse death than that. And then like I was so happy like when like, wait a minute, he's still alive. I'm like, I hope he's not about to fuck shit up. Oh no, he's just going to meet the rest of the white people, and they're going to give him a worser death.
That was amazing. That was an amazing ending. Yeah, I was almost kind of annoyed, but it wasn't. That's not bad, I guess.
But it wasn't annoying because he didn't make anything worse. He didn't kill anybody. I thought like, fuck, he's coming back and he's gonna fucking like greatly injured or kill Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, oh no, he'll just leave them alone. He's going back to the white guys.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I think there were so many moments where the daughter's in this vulnerable position as well, and it's like, damn, I really hope everything goes good. They do a really good job with that, where it's like she's out of luck in so many moments that you're just hoping that someone's around the corner to help her, Like, they do a really good job with that vulnerability. You have, obviously, I think it was, like the sex traffickers toward the very end where she steals the white car after. But, that was very close to being something like horrible.
I was wondering, like, wait, there were sex traffickers? I thought, like, I assumed they were just going to, like, I wasn't sure what they were doing. I assumed they were just going to, like, shoot her and kill her, or just, like, I don't know, burn her alive or some shit.
Use her for something.
Oh, okay.
She's a female.
I thought, well,
because even the guy says it's a child, and that's the one thing that stops him.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that's.
But the goal is to get rid of the evidence, meaning, fucking kill her.
No,
get out of there.
No, they just don't want her to be like do whatever, like, but you're not here.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought I was just trying to get rid of her.
You could be wherever. It could be gotten rid of, but like when I see 3 guys on a boat, I think that means you're traveling somewhere.
Oh, okay.
If it was one guy and like when it was just the one guy and it was just the car, I was like, okay, that's the plan.
Because at first I thought
that's when I'm with you where it's murder. When it was just the one guy in the white car driving her away. Once it was they're all meeting in this one little rest stop area, and you got the boats right there, and you've got one guy on a fucking ATV, and then another guy like. That's what I'm like. I don't know if it's just killing.
At first I thought when she first got there, they were just going to like tie her up to this bench at the house, and they just like. And I saw like tank of gasoline, like, oh, they're just going to set the house on fire and like have her burn alive so they get rid of her. And then it's like, oh no, that's their base. Mm-hmm. When they start going inside in and out, and I was like, okay, I'm still not sure what's going on here. They're gonna get rid of her somehow.
Yeah, I think very unfortunate. But I like the way that again they give you that vulnerability because you're very worried. And the very end, I mean, you're on the edge of your seat because she's stunned. She's in shock. After having to kill someone. And Leo's coming around the corner with a gun. And he doesn't know if that's a bad guy or a good guy. And she doesn't know who the fuck that is. And I
thought she was going to shoot him before he turned it. Because I thought she wasn't going to see his face until it was too late.
Right. That was my fear. Was like... And then the other thing that was worse, that topped like the anxiety even higher, was she saw his face, but she was in so much shock that I thought she was still going to shoot before getting all the cognition back from the shock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a split.
She was shocked and still traumatized. That's why she was still, even though she saw Leo's face right there, right in front of her, she was like, what's the code? And again, on Leo, because like he finally connected like with fucking customer service when they finally trying to get the fucking time code. And it's like, you didn't ask for any other codes?
What ladies do you like? Yeah, what ladies do I like? And it's like...
like Mexican
like,
something.
Hey, give him the directions. Fucking thank him. He's a legend. Like,
hey, but you didn't ask for any more codes, so you can memorize those.
Fucking amazing.
You're still in this resistance sort of shit.
Yeah. You
gotta cover your ground, because like again, he's still fucking up.
This movie does a lot of great things, though. I recall briefly, as we're getting toward the end of our review here, I recall briefly like there's the moment where the sergeant or general sends out his squad to that town that Leo and the daughter are in. And we get, usually movies don't seem to do this often enough, so that we get a perception that they notice things. But Leo hears the helicopter, and he looks up, and it's the helicopter. Then we get a cut inside the helicopter, and they don't know where they are yet, obviously, but I like that at least, because it's like, it's just an acknowledgement of existence. Like, they know at least, like, there's... If it's a small town, you're gonna hear a fucking chopper. There's just something small that's like, oh, good acknowledgement, like good direction, good idea, makes sense. Yeah.
I thought this movie was good. You know what this movie should have been? This should have been Star Wars Episode 8. This should have been like Leonardo DiCaprio, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio's. Leonardo DiCaprio's character should have been Luke Skywalker, and like. He just kept getting high off blue milk or whatever drugs he made out of the fucking.
This is a better Episode 8.
Yeah, and like it's just him and it's just like him and Rey, trying to.
That just feels bad for Rey. I don't want Rey to be in that vulnerable position.
She's a more likable character in this version, and
if you were to reskin this as a Star Wars movie, this would be...
Takes place on Tatooine. They're trying to fucking run from the First Order.
Because it really you think about Rebellion and all that stuff.
Yeah.
As Star Wars, this could just easily be drop a reskin Star Wars, and it would be fucking fantastic. But that's not the type of Star Wars we're in right now. So
it could have been, dude. This totally should have been the better Star Wars. And like
You're not
the
wrong.
fucking general, that should have been Kylo Ren right there.
Oh my god. Again, you're not wrong. Fuck. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I just thought, fuck, man, this is a good movie. This is a good movie. It's not a movie where I don't know if I'm gonna put this on my. I enjoyed it, but I don't know if it's like, it's not like sitting in my top like 5 right now.
Yeah, it has a high score, and like a lot of people saying like this is like their movie of the year.
I don't feel it.
I thought it was enjoyable. I was in like over the moon.
Yeah.
Getting up from this.
Exactly.
Not in my top 10. Even like this, it's not even over some of the like fucking action slog I seen this year. So it's like but I did enjoy this movie.
Yeah.
But like I wasn't over the moon for it. But like I was anticipating like 3 hours. I was dreading the runtime coming in, and was like I enjoyed it for the entirety of the runtime. So like
that was a good thing.
It entertained me.
Yeah, having a 3-hour movie be good. I enjoyed this over Leo's last 3-hour movie, fucking Killers of the Flower Moon. That fucking somber shit. Like this wasn't sad. This wasn't depressing. So like, if you're watching a movie like Killers of the Flower Moon, you need those stories obviously to be portrayed, but it's just fucking depressing, and it continues down a depressing path. So by the time you're done that 3-hour journey, you're like, fuck. But I try to. You're not sitting there like that.
I try to like schedule my days, like my hour, like the hours of my days, because I know if I see like a long movie midday, it's going to take away most of my day. I try to like for this. I try to prep. I was going to go to like the downtown theater, and that because like that had a showing that started at 11. But
what Harbours?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I like fucking because like even though I have the AMC subscription, AMC they don't start until like the afternoon.
No, dude. Owens Mills, and I don't know about security, but Owens Mills, White Marsh has a select few, but like you don't want to travel all the way to fucking Owens. I mean,
They didn't have any.
I'm sorry, White Marsh.
White Marsh. Owens Mills doesn't start till the afternoon though.
Yeah, Owens needs to. I really hate their.
I didn't bother checking for Columbia. I ain't going fucking Columbia. But like, yeah, Harvey started one that started at like 11. I was gonna go there, but I overslept. I woke up at like fucking 10:40, and I was like, it's done. It's done. I can't go. I have to go to fucking Owens Mills.
You should have a look.
At 1:30. Because if I go to 1:31, it's not starting till 2, and it's a 3-hour movie. I ain't getting out till 5. I ain't gonna be home until 6:30 or 7. Whole day's gone. Whole day is just this movie. So it's like, fuck it. Better be worth it. And I was like, yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's why my format lately has just been, if I don't have to go to the movie, if a movie's only going to be around for 2 weeks, then I'll check out that movie before it runs out of the theater. But if that movie is in the month that we're going to be reviewing, and I can check it out right at the tail end of that month, and then I can get 3 movies done in one day, in the entire month, then I don't have to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different days. I don't need to go to 5, 6, 7 different days in the entire month. I can just get them done in one day the entire month, or 2 days in the entire month. That clears my whole schedule. I don't have to fight and plus this isn't a chore, but it's it removes the potential of having to keep going back so many times to the theater again and again and again. It's I don't want to do that. So
I get too excited. That and I sometimes from the way I'm anticipating that, and sometimes I just want to get shit out of the way. But sometimes I'll see a movie and I'll be like, shit, that was amazing. Bryan, you gotta see this movie. Meanwhile, Bryan sure. Hey, Bryan, you see the movie?
I wake up the literal last day of the month. Saw it. You're I wanted to talk about this earlier. It's well, I saw it now, so Merry Christmas.
Is it on streaming? And you hear the Seinfeld outro thing.
All right.
And it fades out.
One battle after another. Guys, we're going to the next movie.
This is walk or die.
Stephen King's Long Walk. It's adapted. This is one of the most anticipated.
Wait, what about Steve? Wait, what about we're I thought we were talking about movies. We're talking about Stephen King going for a long walk.
Yes.
So how did he go to the store or something?
Mark, tell us. You gave us this concept. So
okay, well, Stephen King, he was he ran out of fucking Cheetos, and he's like, shit, I need to go to the store. So he went on a walk to the store, corner store, and he found out it was closed. So he looked on Google Maps, and he says the next store over. is about like a 55-minute walk. So we took a very long walk.
How long is this bit gonna go?
Huh? As long as you want to make it, babe.
Okay. All right. Well, it's over. All right. This is directed by Francis Lawrence, screenwritten by J.T. Molnar, and it stars. This is one of the coolest things I thought about The Long Walk here. It's much like something like The Outsiders. You've got a massive collection of cast of you have this cast of young actors that are going to be most likely the next generation of people you're going to see in Hollywood. You're going to see leading movies in the future. Obviously, one of those actors we're talking about, David Johnson, was right in Sinners. So you're talking about people that are already leaving impacts. You've got another guy here, Ben Wong, who was in Karate Kid Legends. Yep. People that are going to be massive in Hollywood within the future, or going to get looks as potential A-list stars, all coming together on a shared movie. I want to get everyone's thoughts. Obviously, we're joined by Lana as well this time, so let's talk.
You have an internet name?
Huh?
Yep.
No, I don't have an internet name.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, let's talk. Thanks, Mark, for that brilliant
You
introduction.
used to have one.
You cool. Anyway, that's Canine Biscuits that keeps. He wants to. I guess he wanted to shout out his own internet name. Mark, tell me what you thought about The Long Walk there.
This is my shit. This this is my other pitch for
Lean
for,
the other direct. You're almost out of frame.
Just turn the camera.
No.
No.
There you go.
There you go. Like, this is my other pitch for the one of the movies in the Star Wars trilogy where Luke Skywalker he stays in the Resistance, but to train like the other young Jedi, he like makes them take like long like Force walks, and whoever's the last one standing who doesn't die from the Force wins.
See, that sounds like something as to why Kylo Ren would have tried to kill him.
Yeah.
This all makes sense now. You know, Episode 8. This all
He was a surviving one. Yeah.
Why would Kylo Ren?
Holy shit! Yeah, you're right.
Kill fucking Luke Skywalker. It's all because he made all of the Jedi trainees do the fucking long walk. Wanna take me through what you thought about the long walk? By the way.
So I saw nothing. Like I went in completely blind, and if Marcus showed me a trailer, I don't remember. But I went in. No, that's not true. I went in. I didn't see a trailer, but I went in under the assumption. There's only one thing I heard, that is kind of like Hunger Games. So that was the small assumption I went under, which wasn't really much. I've never seen the Hunger Games. I haven't seen the Hunger Games in like forever, so I don't remember pretty much any of it. So I just know it's gonna be like, I don't know, some type of like Squid Game type bullshit where they're in this circumstance to win something to help their loved ones or something. I knew it was gonna be something like that. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll go watch it. But what I got was actually surprising because it wasn't a game at all. It was just a voluntary movement that was supposed to serve some purpose that I don't completely understand.
Right.
But it was cool. Like I ended up liking the characters. I ended up liking I ended up liking the whole thing towards the end. The ending itself was a whole different. But I like it. It was a good movie.
Yeah. I never read the book or anything, but like the concept from when I saw from the trailers, because in our line of work, you're gonna see a trailer to every movie because we go see movies
I've seen it a bunch of times apparently too.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But like it like the concept itself already looks suspenseful. And this is definitely one of my most anticipated movies of the year. But like it's after seeing it, the movie itself is like really suspenseful. It's like really I love that it's just more of like it's more about the relation. It's not about the game or the winner. It's about the relationships between the characters. And it's like there is no outright jerk or villain in this. Like everyone is redeemable or has their own motives in some way.
Which normally that would be a negative to me because I like to have forced conflict. I like the tropey juxtaposition of evil versus good, right? Like it has to be some type of antagonist doing something. But in this movie, I didn't mind it at all. Because in my brain, the antagonist was the situation itself.
Right.
Like
the antagonist was Luke Skywalker.
God damn it, shut up.
Well, yeah, it was Mark Hamill though.
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, but he was barely like I don't know.
It wasn't really that he became the antagonist until about the third act when we start to learn that, you know, again, one of those walkers was the son of Mark Hamill's character.
And it kind of just came out of nowhere.
And then also he killed the main character's father. It's like, no, the system is the problem.
Yeah. That's how.
Then in the end, he was just doing his job.
Right, like he's not, but that's what I mean. Like Mark Hamill is not really the villain. It's the idea of the idea that a government would even perceive that having a singular person from each state go on a long walk for some fucking ideal prize with with 49 other people being killed on the way down is fucking insane.
That's the villain. That's exactly how. Yep, that's exactly how I viewed it. Like the game, like the fucking dumbass game itself is the villain, right? And I was surprised that, because when I wrapped my mind around that part, I was like, okay, the game is the villain, so we're gonna have to do the normal thing in these type of movies. That always happens is one lucky person, our protagonist goes and then like shut the whole government down and like destroy everything and like no more games forever. But it ended it didn't end how I expected it to end. It kind of just went on like another Tuesday, and it was like, and it's like, okay.
Well, I think that in that way, again, like we talked about analogies with the him movie, Mark, and like you could relate this. The Long Walk, you could again parallel that to life. You can parallel that to military. You could compare that to so many things. I mean, you could compare this to all of these young men being drafted out to, because I don't know when Stephen King wrote this, but I think he was a lot younger, so this would have been
this one he wrote this under a different name too.
Yeah, so like this was as he was still getting, propelling himself, and so I think this was at a time when, and I don't know if this is right or wrong, but it might have been in relation to obviously the impact that Vietnam had on so many people, where it's like you have all these young people, you force them in, you draft them, you throw them into this war. They come back and whoever comes back is left with the scars of this. Like they want to go in, they want to have this optimism, especially the remaining survivor, David Johnson, who it's like he has this optimism about him that almost feels fantastical. It almost feels like he's not even there at times. Like most people are barely holding on. Even our core main character, played by Cooper Hoffman, is falling asleep at times. He's stumbling often. He's slipping in ways that would have gotten him actually killed, but almost in like this spirited protector way. Like David Johnson's character just is there. And it's so interesting how, he rolls through this story.
And you want to know what's funny? Because, like, I was, so, my brain switched up 3 times during this movie. At first, when I first heard about it, I was thinking Hunger Games, stupid stuff.
Right.
Then when the movie started and I started seeing what it is, I started thinking, oh, it's a movie about shutting down the system. Mm-hmm. But as it went on more and more, that's when my brain started going to like war, like Vietnam. Like this is like they are like Vietnam veterans, right? Yeah. And they go through all this stuff, protecting the country, blah blah blah. But at the end of the day, the country don't give a shit about them.
Right.
My brain started switching to the hopelessness of the situation when I realized it's not just the military that's doing this. No one's forcing them to be there. Everyone's watching.
Yes.
No one says anything. So this is a normality. This is just.
By this time, By this point, it's been the second, third, or fourth one. It's like they're just like normal. It's so normal.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, so this is not. You can't break this down. This is not about shutting down the system. This is an integral part of the country.
Yes.
Like you can't beat this. So by the end, so when my brain switched to that mode, I was like, what's gonna happen at the end? What's gonna happen at the end? Because, like. Even if our main character, he was like, I'm gonna kill that dude, I'm gonna kill that guy. Even if he killed him, my brain was like, they'll just put someone else there.
That's
another evil dude would just take his place.
Right.
It's like this is unwinnable situation. So I was like, what the fuck is gonna happen at the end? And it turned out, yeah, it's an unwinnable fucking situation.
Because once you've gone through all of that damage, by the time you end it all, it's like...
It's done, yeah.
I still... Whatever your original vision was, at that point, you now are a completely different person. Like, everything that David Johnson's character constantly said, like, man, I want to make sure that the world isn't like how I grew up. I want to try and find a way to do that. And it's like, no, by the time he sees all of the friends that he met along the way just get killed in all these different ways, it's like, you know, you have this guy that's journalist. He just can't, well, like, just the idea.
He wants to write the book.
Yes, just the idea that, like, again, this concept in general is so fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's either you could take it, again, to, like we talked about, Vietnam, or you could just take it to life itself. Like, you know, we all meet different people at different points in our lives, and then you might check in with them, you might say, like, oh, how are you doing? And like, oh, that guy fucking died. And you're like, what the fuck? And like, oh, and that just happened. They're just gone. And you like look back at it like, oh fuck, okay, that just happened. You're just moving on with whoever else you know, and like, you just watch as, you know, hopefully no one else dies around you that quickly, but you know, it's a long walk. Like, you know.
And another thing that put this in my mind, that it wasn't like a Hunger Game or like some Squid Game, was the walk itself was relaxed. Like, despite...
It's not like sprint for victory.
It's not like sprint for victory. It's not like trip and you die. It's not
you can't run faster than the lead thing, by the way, because if you do, you get you will get shot, because anyone that tries to run ahead of the general also gets shot too. Yeah. So
it's relaxed. It's like they're not asking you to go they're not even asking you to go a specific distance. You don't have to go faster than normal speed. And it's only thing you have to do is just walk.
Right.
They give you food, they give you water.
But it is at a sacrifice. Like, it's relaxed. Like, it's relaxed. But it does become, because even everything becomes Beast Games-esque when you're talking about, you know, you get to that second day, third day. It's like, people are just trying to sit down and take a shit for a couple seconds. People are trying to just fucking get a hammy, get a fucking thing.
Even for those seconds, it's not like hey, you stop, you die. Like
but it feels like it, because like
it does, but you get a lot of time. You get 1 warning, 2 warning, 3 warnings.
But those warnings are quick. Like, we're talking 10 seconds.
But they replenish every day.
That after a day. After a day.
But how many times y'all pissing shit a day?
Multiple.
I'm just weird, because I don't have to piss. Multiple. I get my morning piss, my morning shit, and I'm done.
Okay, but you're not walking for 24 hours straight.
Yeah, but I can use 2 warnings to shit real quick, and then...
You don't know that in the situation. You don't know what, like...
They know the rules.
Yes, but no one knows how their body's going to react if you've been walking for literally 48 hours straight. And, like, you're like, I've got to take a shit, but, like, I can't... It's not coming out. It's just sitting there. Like, it's like, what the fuck? It's just sitting, like, I should have been able to shit, but it's, like, you know, fuck, I can't do that. Okay, well, that sucks. It was really, it's an interesting situation, because you saw so many people, you saw like 3 or 4 of them even, and again, going back to the Vietnam thing, like, you know, you have, what is it, deserters, basically, where they were like, fuck it, like,
fuck this.
they don't see anything else. It's like, one of them ran toward a bakery. It's like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I really could go for some apple pie, basically. Just ran for a bakery. Like, it's not like, but it's just like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Boom. And like, I think what pissed me off even more was, I think the last guy that ran off on his own was the Native American guy. And he got shot with like artillery fire. It wasn't like the regular fucking AKs. It was like, he got shot by the fucking tank artillery. And I was like, holy shit, I am so pissed. Like just like they were, because it's like, what are we fucking doing? And like, you know, like, I am glad that the tank command, like, all the army men, like, Disney does this thing all the time. Redeemable film. You know, they have an actual nice side on the other side. They're actually pretty nice. No, you don't get any like lens of the. They're all villains. They're all nameless, faceless. They will aim the gun and just fucking kill a teenager because they can. Like, that's all they will do. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. They just keep it going, moving on. And I do think that's the correct way to do it. Yeah, like...
And even the main general guy, even though the story kind of... even though the story kind of twisted him into the antagonist, I still didn't see him as the antagonist because he was just I just thought of him as a dude doing his job. Like even when he came to our protagonist's house to kill his father, he didn't just come in and just guns blazing and just blam his ass. He was like, so listen, I gotta do
he's just the state. He's literally just the state.
Yeah.
Personified.
So he's like, all right, look, I got these orders. Come on now, like you gotta come do this thing.
Yeah.
And he was like, and his phone was like, no, I'm not doing this thing. I was like, okay, so look, is either you do this thing or you're gonna get shot. Like, come on, like it's up to you.
But he's gonna probably get shot.
And then the father was like, bitch, shoot me. I'm not going.
Right.
So he shot him, and then it was like.
But I think he would have got shot anyway. I don't think so. I think when you're talking about a state at that level, in the way that they're presenting it, they're presenting the state at that point as being so dystopian that there is any bit of mistrust and they don't give a fuck. They would kill. It's like I don't think that there's another. I don't think there's an. By the time you get the general down there, I don't think. I think it's very much like a parallel to like Nazism, where if we need to get another commanding officer down here for like questioning you, you're not getting out of here.
Yeah.
Like, it's not prison. We're not spending any more time with you. Like you can tell us, you don't tell us, but like we're not about to play this suspect game of like in a week from now. Well, I guess he turned a new leaf. No, I'm just gonna fucking shoot him. Like end it. You don't give a fuck. It's over. Like that. And I like the time period they set this in. I like the accents of the actors. Like you get again David Johnson.
Was it like 50s, 60s?
Feels like 50s, 60s.
Yeah, because it was kind of a little confusing at first because even today in modern times, Midwest like Mississippi and
they got those cars around.
Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they got that stuff around, and there's still those small towns. They still walk around with fucking flip phones and everything like that, and it's just woods everywhere. Right. So I'm like, where the fuck does this take place? But then we saw Richmond Paul that Walkman, and I was like, okay, yeah.
Wait, you put out a Walkman?
No, it wasn't a Walkman.
It was a radio.
It was a radio.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because like it felt 50s, 60s, and I don't. That's also why it probably was Vietnam too, because again, like you're talking 50s, 60s, and all the cars are 50s, 60s, and the military vehicles are 50s, 60s, and the clothing style is 50s, 60s. Like again, I like the accents are very much like that. Like you have again Ben Long again from Karate Kid's Legends. Like he's doing this like I don't want to say like a New Yorker 50s, 60s like accent ish trying to do that. I think everyone nails their accents. I don't think anyone was like, wow, what is he fucking doing? Like I think everyone nailed what they were doing. But yeah, like watching a few of them, like obviously like you get to the end and you get to those select few left. It's like okay, like you know the guy that they were joking about, Captain America. I was actually surprised. Captain America actually like they needed to give him a reason because it's like yeah he's the most fit. But no, it's like he's sick. Like that was like very surprising because I was like in the beginning, it's like who is that anything else? But like he's the what do they call him? He's the rabbit, which means he's the pacer.
Yeah.
Which was scary to realize.
Yeah.
That he's the pacer. How fucking terrifying that is. Like that by the time like, after everyone fucking dies, the reason like where he's sitting at whatever speed he's sitting is because he's the fucking pacer.
Yeah.
This whole fucking thing, it's like. And you're like, and you're walking at speed with him, and you're the last three, and you're like, fuck. All right, that sucks.
One thing is one thing I wasn't expecting that kind of threw me off, but not really because I was still able to enjoy the movie for what it was.
Yeah.
But the only thing that threw me off is how realistically humans were portrayed. So let's say we were in this dystopian future, right? And this walk happened like 4 or 5 times in the past. Everyone knows about it. It's a huge event.
Right.
You know, lifting spirits, putting our country up on their shoulders and shit like that.
Well, so they claim.
So they claim. But it was two things. Two things. I was surprised that we all know about this thing, right? But people, they all weren't as prepared as I thought they would be for this track.
That is the one That is the one issue I think I have with this movie is we're not given some sense of prologue.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, are we looking at, like, are certain people wearing certain shoes that should be beneficial to, like, their strength scale? Like, is anyone like, all right, I'm going to try to use this for this reason? Like,
and you know what?
it's like no one really, like, because at first, we don't really get to see their shoes, so I was like, is everyone forced to wear the same shoes as, like, a fair game, or is anyone able to wear, like, whatever they want? And everyone was able to wear what they want because they're all wearing different fucking shoes.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, but we didn't get any context to them. Like, if it's the long walk, if you got signed up for the long walk, like, clearly for your state, like, your state would say, all right, well, it's depressing, but you're going to be out here, we're going to give you the best fucking tools, your shoes aren't going to fall apart, we're going to try and give you your best shit. Like, but we didn't get any of that. And it's like, it's very weird.
You know what I thought at first? I thought it was like, you're drafted in, and you're coming today. So that's what I'm thinking, but
the mom drives him.
That's what I'm about to say. They gave us a scene with our protagonist. He got his letter like days before.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on. He knew this thing was gonna happen today. He didn't bring nothing. He didn't think about rain.
She gave him a muffin on the way, and it's like, what?
You ain't no shoes. You ain't bring a Parker. You ain't bring nothing. Like okay. And Marcus was probably like, They probably just need to be as light as they can to do this walk. And then I was greeted at first. I'm like, no, fuck that. You ever seen military dudes? They walk around with heavy shit all the time. That's a part of their training. Like,
right. If you knew maybe a week, I don't know when they said that they got ordered for it, but like for the week up, like if you're serving your whole state, like that whole state. Again, I don't know. Again, that's the only problem with this movie is, again, they don't give the context for this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Does the whole state then back you? Like, does the whole state behind you say, all right, like, I'm saying the people, because the state can't do shit, because the whole country, the militaristic dystopian nature of it means that, like, you can't do shit. But, like, are the people then going to, like, give you, like, supplies, maybe? Like, something to kind of help you? Because at least the Hunger Games kind of clarified that. Like, in a way, they gave you that sentiment of like, hey, we gave you perks. Like this district has a perk for this. This district has an understanding of this. Like, there's nothing here, and I think that's its deficit. I've heard that this diverges away from the actual book as well. Like, there's things that the book does.
I'm curious if how far they would be allowed to push the rules. I was wondering, like, because like we mentioned earlier, there's no like real jerks, like jock jerks.
There's one.
Yeah, but like he's
mental.
Yeah, but well he's redeemable by the end. Well, he just completely irredeemable. Like I wonder how, like, if you can just like push someone towards a line, or just fight somebody while you're walking.
Hold on, that's my second point. Let's stay on the first point for a second, because I feel like so I would think about maybe it was like going back to them not preparing, right? I was just thinking like maybe they just had to get their stuff from their bunker real quick, just get this. But I was like, nah, because he came from home with his mom. Yeah. Then I was thinking like maybe and now like I was saying with Marcus, and like maybe they didn't want to pack heavy bags. So I'm like, no. A part of their military training is carrying them big heavy ass bags and guns around. So carrying some shoes and a maybe a raincoat. Or like,
back a pair of shoes. Something that wouldn't take 10 seconds to take off.
Right,
something that's like, alright, this fell, alright.
That wouldn't be crazy to carry around.
Something very lightweight, yeah.
I'm with you. It was throwing me off because the other guy, he brought himself a raincoat.
Yeah.
He put that bitch on fast. He was like, ah. Yeah. And I was like, why nobody else got the rain? And I'm just sitting there like, why nobody else got no raincoat, no nothing?
I'm surprised everybody on this walk also kept their modesty. Just like
I
at a certain point, I'm like, fuck, I'm just gonna walk around. I thought that the one guy was getting ready to do that. No, he just ran.
Yeah.
You said what you said?
I'm surprised.
You said the one guy who you're talking about the guy that turned out to be insane.
Yeah,
who was kind of losing his mind to the.
Yeah, he was getting ready to take off all his clothes, but then he just ran away. Because at a certain point, their mind is gone. I was like, I was surprised nobody was like, fuck it, just gonna walk around naked.
So, I'll be honest, I thought, number one, I think they would have fucking shot you for that shit. But I think number two, I think, when you say modesty, what I was thinking was a different direction. I was thinking, why is everyone so chill with everyone? There should be at least 5 people in this walk. This is 50 states. They all come from 50 states. Mm-hmm. They are proud people. 50 states. they should, like, at least 5 of these people should be fake nice. Where at least one of those four musketeers should have been like a faker, where it's like, oh man, I'm really nice, but then in the end, it's like, oh, you were using that niceness and you kind of found an advantage.
Our local sports team is better than other local sports teams.
Boom.
What did he say?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's my second point. Like,
but this is but this is the whole difficulty of it being a whole metaphor. It's like once you make it a whole metaphor, then it's go ahead.
Yeah. And the whole thing is but you don't realize it's like a what's the word I'm trying to think of? You don't realize it's like a like it's trying to say a lot until towards the half point towards the end. It's like they're trying to, but if you're just looking at it as a situation, right?
Yeah, once it's a whole different ballgame.
Like once it's just a situation, it's like the second thing I couldn't get over in my brain was like, realistically, if you just put these random, they don't know each other, they all not friends, they have no idea who each other is. So if you just put them on this walk that they all know about, and the rules is there's no set destination, you just have to be the last one, right?
Right.
I was surprised it wasn't more fighting. And I don't mean like fist fighting. I mean like
just
tricks.
Competitive chaos.
Tricks, just tricks out the ass. Like, oh, I'm gonna just push you out, or I'm gonna stab you in your knee.
I'm gonna slowly walk you toward the edge of the road because that's that you can't you can't leave the road. Or
Or you're
like anything. Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a little pocket knife, stab you in the fucking shin, I'm stabbing your knee real quick so you can't walk, and then you're gonna fall down and then get shot. I was expecting a lot more like bullshit because that's how humans are.
More realism,
that's how humans are. Because if I don't know you two and I know y'all, and I know y'all in the regular
you're in the way of me getting whatever wealth I want.
Right, and it's not just that; it's the fact that I know my limits.
Right.
I'm not making it to 150.
I'm surprised the viewer.
I need John to be gone as fast as possible.
I'm not surprised no viewers are like sabotaging anything, like because this is being filmed. So I'm surprised. Like,
no,
I hate that.
No, they'll be shot.
No, they can't. No one can.
You can't.
Again, they gave this as a rule. You can't. No crowds show up until there's only 2 left, and then even before that, you can't have. Only people that showed up are like a few select people that live in farmland or like police officers. That's it. Like you can't be.
You can't just run in that bitch and then fuck it. Cause I feel like this was. They didn't say it specifically, but I felt like the way the game is set up. Cause we already did this 5 times. The way the game is set up is, if we're doing this walk for prosperity and whatever, and if any person in our fucking country decides to like say fuck this event that's supposed to be holding up our country. We, the military, are going to shoot you because you are now against what we are doing, right?
Did you also mark? Don't forget that tank. Like they have 2 tanks, and they have unlimited artillery. Like I don't like. Let's say like, oh man, 15 people tried to get into a car and drive at it. Like that shit's getting blown to bits in about 10 seconds.
If you run here talking about some, we're protesting. Fuck the long walk. They're getting shot.
Right.
Like there's no. Like there's no in as or buts about it. You're getting shot. And the reason why they just stood there, most people just stood there like and that's why I wasn't surprised. You didn't see no cars. You didn't see no people trying to stop it. You didn't see nobody trying to run in through the crowd. It was like you're gonna get shot. That's my main. That's the
part with the mother. Yeah, that's what the mother was scared about. Because
that was a beautiful scene. That was a fairly.
I thought that was so it was a good scene, but I thought that was so stupid of him because first of all, you're gonna get yourself killed. Second of all, if you do get yourself killed, you're gonna traumatize your mother.
Well, I didn't think it was stupid. At that point, it was mania.
Yes,
thank you. He was already walking for 5 days straight, right? And it got to the point where he forced himself to learn how to walk and sleep at the same time, he
didn't even actually master it. He was just getting assists. He was getting assist boosts on that shit, and it's like
they were holding hands.
He's barely hanging on, and again, that's I don't know, you've already seen people that are, like you said, reach that mania point.
Yeah.
That ran.
They got butt naked.
They got butt naked. They ran, or they just stopped walking and they've died. We've seen that so many times.
The one guy running That one guy went into the building with all the glass.
No, yeah, the
He's got-
bakery. Yeah, the bakery.
Yeah, because it got to the point where it's like, oh my god, real food. I haven't had real food for fucking days.
And it's he's not even thinking. It's just not no thought.
Yep,
And like
yep.
that was why when they warned him, they're like, man, you get to be in the home state. I think what is it? Again, David Johnson's character was talking. It's like, yeah, you get to be in the home state, but that's gonna be tougher because you're on this walk and you're gonna see someone you recognize, and that shit's gonna pull you.
Yeah.
And like, who the fuck wouldn't? You're gonna probably die here.
Yep.
Like that is the long walk. You are going to fucking die here, and you get to see your mom possibly one last time. And he said, what is the only reason that he wanted to go over there?
It was
for a hug.
Yep.
That was it, because he knew that there was still like 10 people left.
Yeah.
Even if he's got a buddy system right now, I don't know how long I'm gonna make this shit. And I got to see, and there's someone here.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I mean, it got me for a second because it's like, fuck, like. I mean, would I be any different? Probably not. Like, you're on a mission, but you've been walking for literally over 100 miles. I've never walked 100 miles straight consistently for 24 hours. But by that point, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's just 24 hours. They've been walking for days.
They were walking for 5 days, like you said, 4 or 5 days at that point.
Like it's like Jesus Christ. And but that, see, you saw that moment as beautiful. And it turned to beautiful for me afterwards. But my initial, I wasn't mad. I was scared as fuck. Because what I thought was going to happen, Marcus was thinking that he was going to get shot in front of her. No, I was thinking she was going to get shot. I thought he was going to come hug her, pull her into the line, and then I'm like, she was like, bam. And then this one was almost like,
yeah.
I thought that, I was like, oh no, that's what the fuck. But then he started having his little chat, and I was like, okay, whew.
Yeah.
It turned to a beautiful
there was the
moment.
other time when Ben Long's character, he's done. And you have the taller black guy who runs back, and then you have our main character sprint back. And I'm like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm looking at the movie like, we're about to do something interesting, aren't we? Is he? Because I didn't remember the trailers. Is he? Are we gonna change main focus characters here? Like right now? I wonder.
Yeah.
Are all 3 of them going to die? Because that could be the case here. And I do think the movie did something very unwise, which is you let that go on for too long. You needed that to be not... Because that went on for a good solid minute.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, all 3 of them would have been shot dead at the end, blah, blah, blah. Like, it made it too fantastical. And it's like, that can't happen.
Yeah.
It had to be... He pulls him up immediately, they start running, boom, or walking, boom, but like, he's like, they're sitting there for like a good minute, and I'm like, you're taking me out of it. I understand the feeling, but like, you're taking me out of it.
Yeah.
Like, because once that took too long, I'm like, you're just taking too long.
And that's also how I felt all the way to the end. Like, at the end, how it ended, I realized it was like, oh, this like a little piece, this like a little hit piece, it's like a little, we was trying to say something here, but you had me with all these characters, loving these characters at this moment, and then the way you ended it, it was like I wanted a definitive ending. Like I wanted to see what the hell was going to happen, and then when you switch the guys, I can't remember his name, the black guy. Fuck.
David Johnson.
The black guy?
Yeah. David
Then
Johnson.
what's the name?
The white guy's name's Cooper Hoffman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you switch David, because David fucking his motivation was known from the beginning. Like he was like, we're doing this thing, I gotta do this, I'm trying to save my people, like all this. And then I was on his side when he learned Cooper's fucking reason, and he was like, no bro, that's stupid. Like, don't do that. You gotta do this, fight the companies, get the power.
Do something better than just kill, and then you might be killed.
Because his mind was like where I was at. Because he was like, if you kill a guy, so what?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come replace him. You're not fighting in there. You're not winning anything. That's stupid. You're wasting your life for what?
Right.
But then when he got to the end, he shot the guy.
But you know why.
I know why. But
yes. I'm with you.
I was with him. Like I was like, go, dude, get the money, fight the power. Make the
after
company.
after you've seen it all and you're going through all that, and you build. That's why again, this has to be a war analogy. Because it's
But
got to be a band of brothers.
I get it.
This kind of ending would like usually upset me, but like it didn't, only because of the way they presented it. If we went back to reality and we just said see his fucking dead corpse on the ground, that would have been like a fucking upsetting downer ending for me.
No, not talking about that.
No, I know. I'm talking about how the ending was.
What it actually happened.
Because you know.
You know, in reality, he after that literal moment, he may not even have gotten that moment. No joke.
Yeah.
He gets that because he aimed it for way too long. I'm like, you gotta shoot it now. No joke. I bet in reality he goes like that, and that's like he doesn't even have a chance to lift it. He just like.
But it's go to your own conclusion.
Fuck that, man.
My conclusion is like he did it, and the supernatural just suddenly exists, and like because he did it, everybody just disappeared, and he won.
No, fuck that. Fuck that, man.
Yeah. My conclusion is that like the supernatural just suddenly exists. By the way, at the end of the movie, and like after he killed that guy, everyone just disappeared.
Oh yeah, all the spectators.
Yeah, they just went like the fucking at the end of Infinity War.
That is where you know he clearly died, because like it's like okay they were like we're not gonna let's make it as concisely clear.
My headcanon is that's reality.
Oh, the red cannon is everyone the rapture that was supposed to happen.
Yeah, the rapture. That's it. That's what happened.
Happened on the exact end day.
No, fuck that. I mean, I get it. I get what the enemy was trying to say. I get it. But I wanted a win. Like, we went through all this.
Yeah.
I wanted him to get that money so fucking bad and just go do his thing.
There was no winning.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The winner.
I wanted it.
Lana. The winner is the friends remain along the way.
No joke. Quite fucking literally in this instance. Yeah.
You know another thing I hated too?
What do you got?
Well, I didn't hate it, but I didn't want it to be this way. Because it makes sense in the story. I'm like, damn, it's a cool little plot twist. I like it.
Yeah.
But what I wanted more was the rabbit, the guy, the
Superman.
Yeah.
But everyone kept calling him Superman.
Yeah.
He looked like Superman. He was like this guy. Yeah. Right?
I didn't want him. Like when he started getting smaller and weaker. I'm like, bro, come on.
Again, they gave him that was a stupid assist because there was how is he gonna survive? How are everyone gonna outlast him? And then they just gave him a sickness 2 days ago. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like, get out of here. I would have been happy if he just got caught up in some bullshit 200 miles, 50 miles back and got shot. Mm-hmm. Like, don't do him like that. And then they give him the little plot twist, oh, I'm actually here because of him and he don't want me and I'm sick and all this other stuff.
It's like, I don't know if that's the diversion, that's not part of the Long Walk book, but that was the moment where it felt like the writers of the movie, at least, thought, well, we need another reason for people to hate Mark Hamill. Yeah. And so we've got to make it more evil. It's like, no, it's evil enough. We don't need a fucking...
That's the only thing that's, missing from this movie, because, if I was on the Long Walk, I would feel intimidated by all these guys, stronger and buffer than me, and it's like, shit, they're gonna outwalk me. I didn't feel like for any of these characters' point of view, it's like everyone just felt like they were on even ground.
Right.
Well, they're stuck at 3, but I understand outwalk you in length, right?
But it's like, and that is another reason why that it would instill more tactics into your brain, because it's like I'm not out walking this motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
I'm little and chubby and he's big and buff. I'm not out walking him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trip him and then they go fall. I was certain little tactics, but again, this is just my preference. But just because it's not damn, I don't care. Yeah. I don't care. I would like to see it, but I don't care. The movie was fine how it was.
Yep.
Except for the sick part. That's part I legit don't like.
We'll wrap it here. As an analogy, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
Like you said, in the real scenario, this really falls flat because again, you're kind of sitting there well, this.
Yeah.
But in the sense of it being a
analogy,
metaphor, it's all right, I see it. I can absolutely see it.
Yeah.
But beyond that, and that's why I got attached. That's why I felt the movie did a good job.
And I see it as an analogy, But at the same time, you can't just make me like these characters this much.
I think it did a good enough job in that instance of doing so.
Like, damn it.
Fuck
this metaphor. I want him to win.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Shit.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Also, wouldn't each state, like, you know, because again, you can re-choose, you can reselect, like, if they choose it, because the mom said it in the car ride, she's like, you know, if we did it in the past week, we could have, someone else could have been possibly selected. Like, it's like, wouldn't each state try their best to, like, keep recycling the selections that the best possible person would get chosen? Because, like, I don't know. There's too many.
That's too deep.
That's the thing. Like, you can't think about it that way. It's got to be through the metaphor.
Yeah.
Mark, final thoughts for you?
This is a great movie. I had to I would watch again, about to be in the right mood for it. This is not like a turn on anytime type of
I
movie.
can't watch this. I don't want to watch this shit again.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I like the character. I like good.
the characters.
It is a downer, but I like the. I can come back to it for the character for the relationship.
Watch the characters as they die one by one.
Yeah.
Hold on. Speaking of characters, it's one thing I forgot to talk about. It's one death in here that I loved over everyone else, and it was the little Asian guy. I can't remember what his
Ben
name
Wall's
was.
character.
Yeah, I love it because it was set up from the beginning. Before they even started, no, it wasn't before. Like,
They were on like day 2. And
yeah,
the gum is.
and I was like, this all I got. I got this gum. Once the gum stopped, I stopped.
But the thing is, he still outlasted the gum, which was impressive.
No.
No, he didn't stop immediately.
Huh?
He didn't stop immediately.
He didn't. No, he did, because as soon as he was like, he took the gum out. He looked at the gum like, this gum is done.
No,
and
I thought it faded. I thought it faded to another scene because it was like dusk. It wasn't night yet, right? It was that night, but it wasn't
I
night.
think because he stood there. He got the gun out of his mouth. He's like, what? He's like, what the fuck? He looked at him like, what the fuck? And he stood there, and then he got shot. I think, like,
I thought they kept pushing him after that. I thought it was like he was thinking about it, and it was like, I don't think it was someone else. All right, never mind.
No, I'm probably disappointed, but I don't know.
Long walk.
The most this movie can get brutal. Like, I just love the most brutal kill is the guy with the ankle who was just screaming for like mercy with the broken ankle.
Oh,
He was just like,
no. You're talking about midway through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was surprised I remember seeing that in the trailer, and then I was surprised at how long he outlasted.
Yeah, he got far.
And it was
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
He was just on.
I forgot he was still there.
Yeah. Again, you talk about another person that I thought was going to outlast everyone was the Native American guy. It was like, again, you talk about Captain America over there or Superman over there, and then you got fucking that guy, and I'm like, he just was increasingly becoming manic, and it's like understandable.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're talking about someone that probably would have outlasted our core main too, it's him as well, because he was clearly fit enough. They fucking use artillery fire. Jesus Christ. It's like, dude, what the fuck are we doing? Like, who's the asshole? These are the fucking people that work for ICE. Like, these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck what you think about this podcast. Like, whoever the fuck's in that tank also does his day job outside of filming this movie, works in fucking ICE. Like, who the fuck goddamn shoots with the art? Like, I can understand the fucking regular guns. It's like, alright, okay, that's already enough. You fucking use tank fire on a human being, bitch. What the fuck are we doing? Alright. I'm done. This was fun. Long discussion on a long walk. Moving on now. Next movie.
Going for a long walk.
I just want to ask y'all one thing I forgot.
Alright.
How long would you think y'all last? How many miles you going?
Day 2. That's it.
Mark could easily outlast me. I could see. I can
go a decent amount. I skateboard a lot, but also I still get cramps and I get tired.
Yeah. It's the 3 mile an hour thing, and I can. 3 miles an hour is like, for me, that's already like. That's not up there, but like that's like, because I'm like that's already there. So like, I think maybe probably within, like, if we're starting, like, they started around like 10 o'clock. It looked like the sunlight and all that. So like by probably around, I don't even think I'd make it to dusk. I'll be honest with you.
Well, because at nighttime that's when the rain and the hill happened.
But not even that part. I'm talking like just at dusk on the first day.
Oh yeah.
But like, if it was regular me from like 10 years ago, before I fucking I'd say like probably like 2 days, two days maybe. Like, depends on the cramps. Cramps are the killer.
I think I'll be able to make it tonight, and then that's why I would die. Because the combination of it being pitch black and it's raining and it's a big ass hill, that would took me down. I would have been with the, because that's when a lot of the guys died. I would have been gone.
I mean, with the right motivation, I can probably make it. If like McDonald's is having like a 3 for $1 like big like double cheeseburger special, and it's and like it's first come first serve.
First come, first serve.
Like I'm.
What the fuck are we talking about?
I ain't resting until I ain't stopping until I get my fucking double cheeseburger.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna be like the guy that went to the fucking went to the bakery. Like you're gonna walk by McDonald's. You're gonna think about that fucking thing. You're just gonna like. And
It's cool. I'm just going through the drive-thru. Ah!
Yeah, I would have been done. That goes back to know my limits, because I know my limits, so I was trying to take y'all out as fast as possible. Like, I'll be just a bitch.
Yeah. You ever see? Yeah, like I showed Lana the meme. But you ever see like the meme of like people trying to walk to Strex Pizza, and it's like they look on Google Maps, it says like 45-day walk, and it's just the guy like.
I don't know. Like that's. I think also this was the easiest to direct movie. This movie's I think $27 million budget wise.
Mm-hmm.
This was the.
I'm surprised it's getting.
We'll talk about a movie.
This seems like a simple concept. I'm surprised it's just getting made.
Concept to direct. By the way, I'm more pissed that we didn't get more night shots. This should have been a fucking golden time to get.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking the first night, not the hill night, but like all we got over and over was just the framing of the road, and like there was never any like really wide shot that would have been really cool. Like there was no great direction here.
Yeah.
And like maybe that's because they wanted to like make
it was mostly just in the character's face.
I was like you have the easiest fucking job to direct. All your main action is on a road, and that's it.
Yeah.
And there was nothing direct. Like all of it was just so boring, and it's like. But the characters
they went for like the documentary type.
So wait, how old is this book? Because like I'm surprised like this wasn't made in the 90s. Because this movie should be a remake of something.
This should be a remake of the 90s. Let me ask you.
It probably was an old
How
movie.
many pages is The Long Walk book by Stephen King? Okay.
No, how old is it?
How old is it? Okay, so
Yeah.
it's, Jesus Christ, it's 384 pages. Oh my god.
I know, how old is it?
Oh, it's one of his
It was
first books.
published
so I
in
know it's-
1979.
Yeah.
This should have been a movie from the fucking 80s.
Well, I'm sure.
They probably did make a movie. We just don't know about it.
No, this is the first Long Walk movie.
Oh, you looked it up already?
No.
I haven't. I'm sure it is.
He's just over there making.
Well, okay, look it up.
Film adaptation in 1980. Jesus Christ! They were trying to make it in 88. My God! And then it never got made. Then in 2007 they tried again. Then in 2018 they tried again. What the fuck? Oh my God! That's a.
It's a miracle. This is the Miracle Child.
Yeah.
This movie's a Miracle Child.
Finally came out.
All right, Miracle Child, Miracle over. Let's end this. All right, long walk, guys. Long conversation. It is the most profitable anime film of all time.
None of us bet money on it. Fuck.
Castle. By the way, I do want to start this by fucking starting this question here, because now everyone wants to be loose with the fucking term anime. But now we definitively know that, okay, if we're going to classify this, you cannot do this the same year that Neza 2 made $2 billion.
Yeah.
So now we know Chinese animated movie, animates Japan. Animates exclusively Japan. We can't fucking bullshit with this anymore.
Well,
Because
actually,
everyone keeps
the
going
term anime originated from French animation.
Is that real?
Yes.
Okay, good for you. But that's not what we're fucking talking about right now. Fucking knowledgeable one. What we're talking about is Japan here. And with Japan, it's like, again, I'm just like how broad and wide this term anime has become. It was just very weird everywhere to see, well, Demon Slayer Infinity Castle has become the most fucking profitable anime movie of all time when, again, we just had Neza 2.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, came from China, people would consider that anime, but I guess not because it's China. So I just want to make sure that we're making sure that we're classifying this.
Isn't Avatar the Last Airbender anime?
No.
Well, now we know it's not. All right, we're not like we used to get into debates with this. I am now fucking firm in the ground. Japan is fucking out. That's it now. We're done. Like used to like if we're gonna keep playing these fucking games. Also,
So wait, hold on. But like, so is animation made for Japan or made by Japan?
Well, that's the other thing, because obviously there's support studios in Korea and Japan.
Yeah, we got fucking outsourced.
And
Tiny Toons, How I Spent My Summer Vacation, all anime in Japan.
Yeah, but it didn't make any money, so it's not.
Yeah.
That's no, it made a fuck ton of money. That's a direct-to-video movie.
And art designers.
That was profitable as fuck.
Art designers and animators get outsourced all the time. Some people, some from Japan come down here. Some else go up there to Japan.
Agreed. So that's why this game. That's why I'm kind of confused by this weird ass game that everyone's making. By the way, very much congratulations to Infinity Castle here. It's boosted past films like Superman, Fantastic Four, obviously. Mm-hmm. It's become the definitive movie of the year. As of right now, obviously we've got other movies coming out later that will be possibly bigger. I'm still not sure if fucking Avatar 3 will even make $1 billion. Because I think all the mystique was gone after 2. I think 2 did a great job, but I'm starting to slide on I'm starting to suspect that Avatar kind of lost a little bit of sauce here in the hype train. I don't feel any hype about it. So, but going back to the core point.
Yeah, well, I was about to say, but it's sad that the most profitable animated movies this year it's foreign.
It's a big signal. Well,
yeah.
Until Zootopia, because Zootopia, even though it will make most of its money into 2026, it will be classified as a 2025 movie. Mm-hmm. The question will be, will America actually make a stamp with Zootopia 2, and will it cross $1 billion? Because if it does, then it'll zoom past Demon Slayer, but it will not beat, obviously, Nezha. But obviously, again, seeing this from Demon Slayer and then Nezha 2 is a big fucking ripple effect here for the actual animation space, and the fact that it's making so much. Even Mugen Train was already the biggest animated feature in Japan when it came out back in 2020. I believe it was 2020, if not 21. But what was my core point? This was also made for a budget of $20 million. I don't want to hear shit about people talking about Spider-Verse. People got up in arms. They had their fucking titties in a twist. All that shit. Well, they worked their fucking animators wrong. This shouldn't get Best Animated Feature credit because they worked their fucking animators. And it was What do you think they did with Demon Slayer? Because this shit was not $20 million. Fuck off. This was hard labor. They didn't give a fuck about the animators here, clearly. Go fuck off.
Kind of reminds me of Godzilla -1. Hey, it costs less, but the animators weren't really paid that well.
Treated like shit. Let's not bullshit around.
They weren't really paid that well.
I just don't want to hear it, because they're gonna dog Spider-Verse again. I'm sure in 2 years they're gonna have the animation team talking. We were enslaved. But then, fucking Demon Slayer over here, 20 million, bullshit. All right, fuck you, bullshit. I don't fucking credit it. All right, let's actually get into this discussion.
That's not a movie now.
Yes. Now, were you guys following Demon Slayer to the point of the movie, or did you come back? Basically?
I have watched not one episode until the movie.
So I'm pretty much the biggest Demon Slayer fan in here.
Okay.
I've seen
Excuse me?
I've seen all first 2 episodes and Mugen Train, and that's about it.
I didn't see that.
But
I didn't even see
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I've been slowly keeping up.
This is a quick testament of how good this movie is, because I not only didn't watch Demon Slayer, I don't know shit about Demon Slayer, but I don't really watch anime like that in general, right? It's not really my type of bag.
Okay.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking anybody else who's sweaty about it, but it's not really my thing.
I've never seen moving pictures in general.
Okay, well.
This is my first time actually.
that was a very broad anime. Fuck you. Anyway. Yeah.
Anyway, listen. Fuck, what was I saying?
You were saying that you don't watch anime in general.
Oh yeah, I don't watch anime in general. But when I seen this movie, I enjoyed it a lot. Even though I didn't know what the fuck was going on, that didn't take away my enjoyment of the movie at all. And I'm not just talking about the animation, because let's face it, the animation was beautiful, it was great, but it wasn't nothing groundbreaking compared to anime nowadays, right?
Wait, what? In this?
Huh?
In this, yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
You say you don't watch anime? How would you know that?
How would you? Excuse me.
I don't watch anime, but I see anime clips all the time.
Of what? You gotta name examples here. You can't just make a claim like that and you don't watch them.
I'm sorry. This is breathtaking
okay.
stuff.
You can't make a claim like that.
Listen. One Punch Man.
Oh, that's as good as this. This is
Yeah.
like okay,
It's not.
but
What I'm saying is, look, y'all getting up in arms, but you're not.
You made a
understanding
big
what I'm saying.
claim.
No.
You're making a big claim.
Listen. You're
No!
up in arms, but you're
My
not
turn.
understanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying the animation wasn't beautiful. I'm not saying it wasn't fluid. I'm not saying it wasn't great.
right.
What I'm saying is, it wasn't anything
Exactly.
groundbreaking compared to what I've seen. We just
But
watched
like
Nessa.
what? But like, wait. That's CG animation versus traditional animation.
No, these are.
That's also Chinese animated.
This is traditionally animated with assistance of CG, but this is absolutely traditionally animated.
I thought it was just like 3D models like the Naruto games.
No.
No.
Oh,
It's doing a Who Framed Roger Rabbit thing. It's like fucking 2D characters and like sometimes 3D environment.
You get some layering.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you sure the characters aren't 3D?
They're not.
No. These are traditionally.
They're
animated.
not.
Again, we're, as
It
someone
looked
that watched an entire season of Demon Slayer,
Yeah.
I'm just informing you, Demon Slayer, absolutely. Like the thing about Demon Slayer that made it stand out was not just like as an anime, like its original story. Just, I promise you, watch the first watch the first 3 episodes. You will get hooked. I think Mark would even agree, even though he didn't watch further. I think first 3 episodes. I know you watched 2, Mark. They get you hooked, especially.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was.
Those. By the way, those episodes I watched were in an anime club.
Listen, have y'all seen a Demon Slayer game?
No.
Yes.
So I watched a little bit. I watched a little bit of the specials from the Demon Slayer game, the second one,
Right.
and it looked a lot like this.
Because a lot of the games are good at doing
They're
it.
basing it on.
Yeah, Lon, like I couldn't give you this. There could be some moments because like a lot of animes do it where like for certain action moments, some characters could be rendered in 3D, but only
they
for a
literally
specific.
have to be for certain
for a
aspects.
specific action moment. But like other than that, it's like it's majority. It's very
Yes.
it's 2D traditional. Well,
Oh, okay.
digitally animated.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Well, now, what I was saying, because I just assumed that it was all like it was masking itself with like a 3D/2D
So
hand drawn.
it would look more like Puss in Boots if it were doing that. If we're doing that,
There's CG anime that's done what she's talking about. But I can't name them on top of my head.
Yeah.
or you think about Ruby, which fucking.
I was gonna say Ruby, but like that's like that doesn't really. There's some anime that like does the CG, but really mask it
And
well.
they draw over it. Like I don't know what that style is called, but the Naruto games and the new Demon Slayer game does it like the whole. It does it and it
Right.
does it perfectly. Like you almost
yeah.
can't even tell. But it's like my brain, since I don't know anything about Demon Slayer, so my brain, the only thing I have to get reference from was the video game, and I was like, oh, it kind of looked like. So they kind of doing like a 3D, 2D, 3D like hybrid thing. So I was like,
But just Demon Slayer, what made it stand out in a field of, because anime in general has gotten into this space of being very typical. Like what you'll have is 95% of the anime are lower budget. They look very familiar to each other. You're not going to get anything that looks very distinctively different unless there is a different character design that makes things different. The character design here in Demon Slayer is very distinctive. The saturation and color makes
I like
it more
the color,
distinctive.
yeah.
And then simultaneously, the biggest aspect that makes Demon Slayer stand out is anytime they are doing combat, because that is where a lot of its uniqueness shines. And also, obviously, I mean, there's a ton that makes it shine, but that's where you see where they find a way to not cut down on budget, but they did this in the anime itself, where it's like they would utilize different methods to make the either swordplay or combat really look unique and stylish in a way that you don't see in almost any other anime.
you know what kind of ruined it for me? When it's not ruined because it still looks pretty, but what I learned about the anime afterwards is the effects aren't real.
Yeah, this is a
But-
fake movie.
The effects aren't real. Like I'm talking about like in universe. Like, shut up.
Wait, I thought this was live action.
No, shut up. I'm talking about in universe, right?
Yes.
The characters don't actually have powers.
Yeah.
No, it's like
they find a. It's almost like a quirk, almost in a way. We're not a quirk, but they build up their strength for certain moments to compete and
Right.
to compete
Yeah.
against.
Well, like no, I know what you're talking about, Brian. Because like when the what was the main character's name? The fuck
it's Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. When he's doing like the water shit with his sword, that's like metaphorical. He's not actually like bending water.
Yeah,
He's
no,
not-
I get that, But
Yeah.
what confuses me is when
Oh, that's not what you're talking about?
What's the little fast kid name? Zamatsu?
Zenitsu?
When Zenitsu charging up his lightning and then destroying everything around him, I'm like, is that real? Is he actually destroying the?
Oh yeah, I mean, some elements still show. Like, that's the thing. Some elements still show in their abilities. My sister's way more of a Demon Slayer fan than I am. Like, I watched a season. That's why I know somewhat. But like, I mean, she had a whole book on it and everything. There's some things I don't know as an expert here. Because I'm not an expert at Demon Slayer, but some things I do know. And that is, again, it just depends on the moment. Like, if we're talking about someone that's extremely skillful, like, obviously the Tanjiro now, when he's doing these things that are very hyperactive, very fast-paced, you're talking about something that's going to take a lot more speed. So you may not, if a real human was there, they probably wouldn't have seen it in speed.
And you know it was a really good part. Like when he unlocked. I can't remember what it was called in the movie. But I could have swore it was a concept on an older anime I used to watch, and I don't want to say fucking.
They share a lot.
I don't want to say Kenshin. I feel like it was from Kenshin, but I don't want to say Kenshin. But it's the concept of drop everything and just become nothing.
Right.
You don't have no intention, no killer intent, no nothing. You're like invisible from the danger sense, right?
Yeah.
And that was in an older anime, and I was like, oh my god, he doing it, like he's achieving like upper, because he basically just turned into he turned invisible.
Right.
And it was so cool. And I'm like, fuck, was this Kenshin? I think this was from Kenshin, bro. I remember this happening in an older anime. It was so fucking awesome.
Absolutely. I know there's a ton that, again, like, these are things that have been shared and reused, and, because so much of it is based in older Japan tales and older Eastern Asian tales, so it all gets interlaced, interused over and over again. I think here, getting to the core of the movie, though, I think what makes this movie great is, like, because again, I had to do a recap for the later the latest season, the training arc that happened.
Oh, here's the funny thing about recap. I looked up.
I don't just share my thoughts apparently. Go ahead.
I looked up a recap of like season 1 through 3 before the movie started.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm all set. And then when the movie started, I was still lost.
Yeah,
I was like, fuck! And then I looked it up real quick. There's a season 4. Fuck!
Yeah, there's a season 4.
I'm still lost.
The funny part was I wasn't lost at all. I feel like the movie.
No. Well, I wasn't lost. I wasn't lost in context from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
Like, cause the beginning starts like right from whatever episode just happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, Bryan.
And he just fall into the castle.
Yeah.
They fall into the castle. They're all in this situation where they've got to get a grip on what's happening, and things start. But I think what Demon Slayer, Mugen Train did this masterfully too, which is, again, they have these sub stories within the larger runtime of the film itself, which is, again, that you get this immensely detailed and well-rounded sub story within this larger story that leaves you almost in shock at how well told it is.
Yeah.
And then how well crafted it is between these combat sequences. Like, the movie itself is not like Across the Spider-Verse in how well paced it is, because they have to keep throwing it back to this, or go back into this now, or go back into that. Like, it's not as paced as that. But
Let him go. Let him go on.
It does nail perfectly. Like, when you do get those moments, you get like 3 or 4 of those moments when you have these combats with demons. Or, again, any moment where you're fighting, three distinct moments here in this story where that happens. And every one of those times, it's so masterful in its storytelling between the combat, before the combat, after the combat, and you're left feeling like, fuck, it was such a dump of, not just information, not in a bad way of a dump of information, but like, my God, was this a masterful story that you just put in front of me. And you're getting these little tales in between them.
Yeah.
And like, it's almost at the detriment of the fact that it's inside of a larger movie. Because if this was just focused on especially our main antagonist,
that's what I'm about to say.
That's a 10 out of 10 movie.
Yeah.
But this is in the middle of like, you've got a perfect ensemble movie is like Avengers Infinity War. And this should be like Infinity War. But the problem is, it's not as balanced as that. So you're not able to catch everything.
That's
all right. Okay. I'll get it.
Sorry,
Go
ahead.
I was see. Now this isn't a knock against the movie. This is my personal preference.
Right.
So, the two instances you're talking about, it only worked once for me.
Okay.
The two previous instances where the action was shooken up for this backstory, I hated both of them. And I didn't hate it. I didn't hate them. I didn't hate them separately.
Okay.
The backstory was fine.
Right.
The fighting was fine. I just hate how they interlocked into each other.
Yes.
Now, if you would have set this backstory up before, then the
We're talking Shinobu, the females backstory.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they set this up now.
No, they did technically.
Hold on.
In the anime.
Hold on. Now, what I've heard about the anime is they don't really set up things to its fullest. Like fighting backstory during fighting is the way that it goes.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, so to Demon Slayer fans, it's like a normal thing, but it threw me off because the way the normal anime structure is how from animes I used to watch is it would be backstory, fight, backstory, and then final fight.
Yes.
And then we're here, I come in, it's a random dude, I don't know who that is, and it's like, oh, all of a sudden you killed my sister, now we're gonna fight. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. So we fighting, and then we stop, and then it's like,
backstory.
Oh, more backstory. And it's like, oh, okay. And then we fight again, like, oh, I can't kill you. Then we stop in, and I'm like, oh, why can't I kill you? And then it's like, okay. And it threw me off because I'm like, it's hard for me to get invested. My ADHD is too strong. So it's hard for me to get invested in two different things happening at the same time.
Well, it's also just a pacing. I'm with you. It's also just, even just with a regular audience member, it's for someone that might have watched anime on a regular basis, it's like, cool, whatever. But it is not the best pacing to like, all right, and we're midway through and then stop. It's like, again, that's fine if like we're talking about
when you first lock on to the man. And even if you showed him a little bit, but you haven't really explained his backstory, if you want to explain his backstory, give it to me all in bulk. And then, as soon as you see him, give it to me all in bulk. Oh, is that him? Who's that? And then, boom, backstory.
Shit, I was trying to be sneaky. Fuck.
So I would accept.
I also forgot how the mic next to me. Damn it.
And I would accept it was like this. The woman comes in,
yes.
See a man.
Yes.
This man's backstory hasn't been explained yet. This is new to the movie, from what I understand. Now he's a recurring character, but until this movie, we didn't know.
But not significantly.
Right, yeah. But until this movie, we didn't know what he did, right? So as soon as she came in, as soon as she saw him, she should have started on her little inner monologue that animes do, and then that would trigger the fucking the backstory of
or you could just
him.
There's also,
and then once she realized, wait, what she say? Oh, he got this, he got that, he got this, he got that.
Right, and
that's
she puzzle pieces it.
And then boom, we fly in and then fight.
Yes.
And then we fight to the end until she get her ass eaten.
Exactly. Or you could just do the double exposure thing, which is you literally just on one side of the, basically there's a, what would you call it? A slightly transparent bit of footage while they're fighting that just gives you 30 seconds of context that the sister died with the fucking guy.
With the inner
it's like,
monologue.
and then like, guess what? That cuts out 10 minutes of the movie. And like, I'm not saying the pacing's bad in this movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that it doesn't ruin. Okay, none of this necessarily ruins the pacing, but it's a detriment to the idea of a smooth movie. Again, because like if we're gonna be fair to any other movie that you're watching in this year, especially like best animated feature stuff, like fucking Dogman has better pacing than this because it doesn't have to do 78 fucking backstories to fucking clean it up. By the way, Mark, go ahead. Mark,
I'll say something.
Yeah. Okay, so my biggest point of comparison with this movie is Mutant Train. You watch Mutant Train, Bryan?
Oh yeah, I think we did the wrap up on it.
Yeah. That's my biggest comparison, and I really enjoy Mutant Train. What works about Mutant Train is like it works as a standalone movie because it's just like because even though it is like also an arc within the show,
Yes.
it's just like what you get if you've seen None of the Demon Slayers, all you need to get is like these are our main characters. They're trying to solve like whatever issue is on this train. They they deal with the issue on the train. They solve the issue that's on the train, and they're done. That mission is done. Anything that has to do with that train is like it's beginning, end, and the movie is like during that. And like you get like and you go through like arcs within the adventure of that.
Yes.
Contained
It's a very smooth and
begins.
concise movie. Yes.
And the worst one was the Lightning Cake. Fuck, I can't remember his name. Zenitsu.
Yes.
Zenitsu. Like from what I understand, his whole backstory was just made up for the movie.
Oh,
because it's like
wait.
No, hold on.
Okay.
Let me explain it. So
Okay.
the guy who is fighting existed, but apparently now randomly he's his brother, and then we've been students together, and we've been under the same teacher.
Well, it's something that just wasn't. Again, some things I can forgive the movie for that because some things are not revealed until you get to this point. Like just like any movie that is leading up. Like we saw this with the MCU. Like we didn't know fucking Civil War. Like fucking Civil War, it's revealed that Bucky killed his parent. Like killed Iron Man. We didn't fucking know that, and then it's like boom. It's like that's fine for me.
It's not necessarily the backstory itself. It's the same issue as the first fight, where it's like we're going, and for some reason
that was good. That one I didn't
like it, and it was like we're fighting, and then we stop, and I gotta learn about this guy,
right?
And then I learned that I learned that our character can only do one move, and he learned all the other moves, and our master killed herself.
Or can you put the fucking Skittles down for like the whole fucking movie? My God, you have a microphone. Remember that you have a fucking microphone. Every time you do that, your fucking Skittles are as loud as we are. Every time.
I know. I did it on purpose. I was talking about you train.
I know, and then she jumped over to the.
But yeah, it was like I just hate when it shakes up the action like that, because we're fighting. It's like, oh, I hate you. You're a bitch. Yes. We're fighting, and then stop. And I gotta learn about the evil character. And he used to be like a student with me. We're practically brothers, and we grew up together. And our master was teaching us, and he learned all these moves. I only know one move, and it's like, and then he was trying to do something, and then
in this moment that over here, he almost died. He fucking used a technique, and then boom, he wins.
He became a fucking demon, and then.
Yeah.
Betrayed everybody, and then boom, he used one move and his head flies off.
And again, that's why it's so weird, because in these moments, what I find myself thinking often is, holy shit, again, all of these smaller sub-stories, like, this is an amazing amount of, like, hey, if you did your homework, and, like, you've been a fan since, like, 2020, or whenever the fucking first episode premiered, like, this is why it made so much money.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, holy shit, this really tethers everything, and it makes you feel like, holy shit, this was all investment that was worth it, and it feels great to fucking see this, and it all comes together and all that. But like, and I get that, and again, but all of those, each of these three sub-stories, and I know that notably the first sub-story is actually kind of well developed already. Like, you get a lot of that through the series. You already get a lot of the context for that. But holy shit, like, those three would make like their own movies uniquely excellent.
Yeah,
and like this
whole episode by themselves.
Right. And so like when you keep going back to, oh, we're all trying to figure out Infinity Castle, and by the way, this thing that it's just not going to make sense until it makes sense. Like whenever the people that are actually back in the real world figure it out, thumbs up, A+, happy day. Mm-hmm. But like until that point, guess what? It's going to be this void of fucking confusion. Because they can keep mapping, but like they're not gonna find each other until like it's interchanging, it's interweaving. Like how the fuck they're not? Look, so
I was surprised that Crows found them that fast.
Yeah, like,
because that's like two needles getting dumped in the middle of the universe.
Yes,
and you just there they are.
You found it.
Like
yeah.
well, how?
Exactly.
What? How?
Right. What about Simmer? You cut the camera to yourself, so you come in and have something important to say.
I was in the middle of something and it just went back to Infinity.
But going back,
you guys just took it away. I was like, okay, I guess my review is done here.
No, but Mugen Train, sorry, but this is a good.
Where are we?
Right, we're comparing back to Mugen Train. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because Yeah, Mugen Train felt like a complete movie for what it was.
Yes.
And this movie, like, it is clearly like structured like 6 episodes of an anime.
Yes.
And
it fades like it too.
Yeah.
Every fucking fade is like, you know that, like you said, I think we talked about earlier. It's gonna get fucking chopped. You can tell.
They're ready to
Fuck.
convert this. But and you can, well, besides the fades too, you can see like where cut segments.
Yes.
Like, because like, you know, we had the fight with the lady and the I don't know, I forget all these characters' names.
What are you talking
With
about?
like the first fight with the lady and the
Shinobu.
and Shinobu. And like the other fight, like, you know, individual characters fight, you can see these being little individual episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like also the movie just like starts at a point where like it's left off from a previous episode. You can tell it's left off from a previous episode.
Yes.
I didn't see that previous episode, but I can tell like, okay, that's an episode I missed. And you know, it ends with like the main villain talking like, "Ha, fuckers! You got more movies to go."
This is what I was telling my sister. She kind of got upset about it. She's a teenager, so she can get upset about anything. But it's like,
You're a kid, she's a teenager, you know.
This is it's almost going to be to the detriment of anime. What the fuck? It's going to be to the detriment of anime in general, because the norm will be like, now this is going to be the standard now, is like, better pay to get your fucking fix in. Better pay now. You're not gonna catch this until next year. So you better fucking, pay to fucking get your goddamn fucking like they went back. We went from having to pay for VHS tapes and DVDs to finding a way to stream shit, like sometimes for free in places, to now they're like, we are going to get this back.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers are gonna pay $20 each, and you're gonna get this shit, and that's the only way. Part 1, by the way, bitch, and you're gonna wait for 2 years to get part 2.
Yeah,
and that's like, fuck you. We don't give a fuck what you expect. You're gonna wait for this, like, instead of getting a season where you could just, like, it's much lower cost for people to get into. It's all gonna come out. It rolls out. Happy day. Like, it's gonna be.
But
this
hold on,
is gonna be the whole
let's go back real quick, because I want to talk about the last fight now.
Okay.
And the reason why the fight with who's the colorful kid?
I couldn't tell you. I don't have it offhand. Sorry. I would love to have it offhand.
His name is on there somewhere.
Akiza.
Well, like, I'm gonna go to the last fight. So actually, let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Like with the
take it away.
Well, because like that's my problem with the structure. Because like, even though like a lot of these scenes are good, especially the flashback with the last villain, there's pacing issues to where it's like you get some whiplash. It's like, I was living in that flashback.
Yes.
I was in that flashback, and then we got back to the normal file. Like, oh shit, we're back to this movie. I was just in that world.
Yes.
I forgot we were here.
1,000%.
That's the complete opposite for me.
Really?
Now I feel like they got the structure. The structure that they was trying.
But that's the same thing you just.
No. Let me say. That's what I'm about to say.
Okay.
The structure that they was trying to convey in the first 2 fights.
Hold on, ice cream truck.
Okay, so I think the third fight conveyed what they was trying to convey with the first 2 fights a lot better.
Okay.
So the first 2 fights felt like the backstory was invading the main fight, right? But the way that the way the structure was built up for the last fight with Akiza,
yes,
it was perfect because it didn't come in between the fights. It was fight. We have a stalemate.
Breather, yeah.
Yeah,
Breather
and then here comes backstory. Then we fight. The tables has turned.
Yes.
So then backstory. Then it's fight. Now I'm dead, but I have to keep fighting because backstory.
Yes.
Like it was
a perfect flow.
Yes, it was a perfect flow.
It was a great dance.
It gave you the reason for why. Now the other 2 fights was just like fight, stop, and then backstory.
Yes.
And fight, and then now I'm dead.
Right.
And then the first one was like fight, stop, backstory, and then now my head's cut off. It's like,
especially when it felt like neither of those characters. Obviously, the first fight in the beginning, like once you realize that, I think they never should have revealed that she was actually still alive in there that quickly. You should have just left that for the second movie to reveal.
Yeah.
Because that also just lowers a lot of the value of that first. What were actual stakes? It's like, oh shit, he actually killed her. Like,
Yeah.
but then we realized, no, she's not actually fucking dead.
And another thing I
she's
didn't like about
probably,
that one
you
is
know,
they just glossed over the second fight because her little crewmate or sister, whoever that is to her, comes in like, oh no, she's dead, and then we just cut from that.
Right.
And then we check back in like a little later, and they were obviously fighting, but
Yes.
she just was just.
we get no involvement in
It's
that.
like, okay, so you not only broke up the story for backstory while in between the fight, but you also broke up the story for different stories in between your fight.
That's why the greatest comparison with this is Infinity War, and I think again you talk about perfectly paced, understanding how to balance all of those characters out, that ensemble crew, and also giving Thanos enough time. Like, this has a Thanos level backstory, and in fact I think it exceeds it, but I think it fails in the ensemble, where again this collection of characters are just not really balanced out well, because again they're relying on a sequel movie to cover that. And even something like Spider-Verse 2 even covered itself better. Like, even Spider-Verse 2 handled its ensemble better, even though it leaves on a cliffhanger.
Yep.
So like, I love so much about this movie, but again I love sections of it. I think in totality it fades, and I think that's the problem here with Infinity Castle. Like, the music is fantastic, the combat is fantastic.
Yes, yep.
You know, and the stakes are clearly high, but I don't know, once you see the vastness of Infinity Castle, it kind of makes it a little too vast to the point where you're like,
What the fuck we gonna do?
what are we, what, okay.
It's like they're that's the only thing I don't really like about the Infinity Castle is the castle itself. Like, the Infinity Castle as a concept is fucking
It's very
amazing.
cool, yes.
It's amazing, super cool. But as a deployable trap, it's too much.
Yes.
You're literally throwing needles into the middle of the universe.
Infinite, yeah, literally.
It literally,
universe, and
well,
you just-
it literally feels like a video game fighting stage, like a fighting game stage.
Yeah.
Like exactly. It's inconsequential.
Like,
because
complete with low transitions and everything. It feels like a fucking one of those Tekken stages.
It's a
That's a great
100%
analogy.
guaranteed unwinnable situation. Like this is the most unwinnable situation I've ever seen an anime character in. But for some reason, they're gonna find them somehow.
Yes.
And it's like, how? Okay.
You've got the most masterful trap ever made in the history of made.
Of all anime,
Yeah.
no trap has ever been this fucking grand, like this of this scale, without the characters being scaled up. Also,
Well, it makes me wonder.
see now if you're supposed
Well, they're not scaled up. They need to find a way to get scaled up. and the
but
problem
the thing is they're all humans, right?
These are, again, you got to treat them like superheroes, because that's what they are. They are.
Well, in
literal
their own universe, they're not superheroes. That's just
No,
what
they
do.
are.
They
They
are.
are.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought everyone would.
They literally
I thought every part of the core was.
they literally have their own Avengers campus. Like, there's a core, like 12 or whatever, that are like the Avengers, practically speaking.
Okay.
And then there are subjects under them. That's where we saw the weaker ones.
This version of Avengers is called
Tag
Demon
teaming on a
Slayers.
demon, you had the ones in black that were like, they were like student
Yeah.
level, and
I was
like,
thinking-
they're weaker.
I was thinking it was more like Deckle.
Well,
My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I thought it was more like My Hero Academia, right? Sure, there's the population is mostly humans, but I thought everyone had powers in this place, and we're just
no. They have everyone can if they go after it. Not everyone can, but if you can find, like, this is why the first episode was so important. Like, you have to commit yourself to becoming even like at a subtle level. Like,
so you don't just come with powers. You just have to train.
Yes, even those students that you saw, the ones in black, like, even they like had to do some immense, unforgiving training just to get to that. And then if you
So
can
it's
get
more
beyond,
like Bleach.
I haven't watched Bleach.
Because once you enter the Soul Society or whatever, once you decide to become a Soul Reaper, once you have this power to see the souls, or whatever.
Right.
Sure, you're automatically better than a normal human, but compared to everybody else, you're ass. So you have to train to become. You have to train to become, like, to learn more of your soul powers and,
Right.
and face up against this, that, and other, and like, okay.
Right.
Because in My Hero Academia, from day one, people just
No,
had
it's just
amazing powers.
they get torn. Yeah, they are two completely. That's why I think I love Demon Slayer more than My Hero Academia. I think as a concept, just because of again how you don't just get it, you earn it.
Yeah.
And it like again, I think the core thing about this movie that also I think is excellent is I think we all could recognize here is I think what is absolutely masterful is every single one of these characters is just dealing with how the world has beaten them the fuck down, especially on the demonic side. Like every single demon is like they are just fighting because of how tortured and how brutal the world has been for them in their experience. And it's just the wrong road. It's not because I want to be evil. Like no, it's because of like life is fucking tough. Like the world is fucking tough, and some people just slip into that direction, and that's all.
And then Grandpa Dracula come in to give them power.
Yeah, and they find that way. Like and I think that's a much better evil side than like the clownish ways sometimes you see the fucking villains in like Academia or whatever. Yeah. Like I like the way that this movie handles that, and I like obviously again just seeing how this cast has grown. More importantly. But
because apparently our main character
Tanjiro,
he was used to be a shit. So I'm like, oh shit.
He what?
He used to be a shit until he
he's always honorable. He was always honorable. He's always been honorable.
No, not a shit as in like a bad person.
Oh, okay.
I mean like his skills were subpar, right?
Yeah,
but then he learned the little fire technique, and then he became like.
You had to start with water. You again, you gotta like no joke. Like just watch the first two. Like I promise you, like it's even if you don't watch anything else in Demon Slayer, like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I can immediately see why this train got like going.
Oh yeah,
and why like it got so popular. Like why is Demon Slayer outgrossing everything Japan has ever made? Because of how fucking meaningful it is.
It's a great show from what I've seen. I from the first two episodes of Music Train, it made me want to go back to it. I just never found the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the reason I went to this movie without going to anything prior, because I was expecting a thing like Music Train was like a complete journey.
It was Music Train also was very like I got time to watch the first season for Music Train. That was like, all right, that's easy. I got to recover and check out the first season. Good. Okay, watched it. Good. This requires you to watch 3 other fucking seasons and then get to the fucking movie. And it's like, that's a lot of homework.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do that. Yeah. So, we're going to wrap final thoughts. Anything final on Infinity Train here? Infinity Castle.
Fun theater experience. Like, a lot of fun seeing like a lot of nice animation in the theater. Mm-hmm. But like, it's this, like, even though like I think it has a pacing issue, it feels like 6 episodes of an anime, so like I feel like the anime is required. If you already seen everything with Demon Slayer, well, you already seen this movie. If you have, because you're like all fans have already by seeing about how much money he made. But like if you haven't, what are you doing? Watch this movie.
Watch the movie.
But if you haven't seen anything beforehand, you have to see a lot of things beforehand for this movie to mean a lot of things for you, because there's a lot of like scenes like where I see like characters' development, and it's like I know I don't feel much because the audience are feeling, because it's like, okay, I know if I watched the show I would feel something, but I can tell this is good development. It's just for me, I can't feel anything, haven't seen anything, so it's like I it does make me want to go back for more context. I just don't have the time to watch it.
I was the complete opposite. When they was fighting what's his name, Akira. Akizu, whatever. The pink haired demon guy.
Yes.
That his whole backstory had me.
Sorry,
Akaza. His whole backstory from start to finish had me weeping. I was crying my ass off, and I'm like, because even though
but that was just that part of it, right?
Yeah. But even though you do have a lot. You do. I was also crying when the little poison girl had lost, because it took my expectations and threw me to the ground. Because usually, because she was doing all the anime tropes, so it puts you in this false sense of security, because it's like, okay, she's gonna do the thing where she get beat up a little bit, then she power up for some reason,
boom,
and then boom, she do her super move, and then everything, he's dead.
Yes.
But it's like, bitch, no, I'm not dead. I didn't do anything. And then he grabs her, and then kills her.
You literally hear the back crack.
And then eats her. And I'm like, holy shit, that got me. Yeah. And then what? That got me sad. But then what really threw me over was at that exact moment, the other little girl come in and was like, ah!
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, okay, that threw me off. But going back to fucking the guy, the demon guy with the pink hair, it was like I know nothing about him or the characters, but it gave me enough to get to get it right.
Right.
Because like he's fighting. At first, he just seems like just a normal random evil demon dude. At first, but then as the fight progresses, you start learning that he had a family. And he used to be a douchebag, but then he got turned a new leaf. And then this dojo guy was like super strong and taught him. And then he had a wife, and he's about to have kids, and he's about to do this whole thing. And then everybody got poisoned and died. And then he went crazy. And it's like that whole story was like Jesus. And then by the time his head came off, and he was supposed to die, but just with sheer will alone,
yes,
he just wouldn't let himself die. And I knew why. Like even though it defied the rules of the show,
right?
It was still a powerful moment because I knew why it was happening. Because like he can't, like he gotta keep going. He gotta keep fighting for this cause that he forgot that he don't believe in.
Right.
He forgot that, oh shit, like I was doing this for them. Why am I doing this? And it's like, and then he realized, like, yo, what am I doing?
And Tanjiro was the key to him recalling all
that. Yeah, he was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, no, this is stupid. And then he he fucking started killing himself, and I'm like, okay, they got me.
Yeah.
They got me.
Yeah, I thought, again, like, with this movie, I think why it's... Because, so my dad saw this with my sister when she watched it the second time, because I couldn't make it. And she was like, I have an extra ticket, and I'll just go. And he was like, I think that movie is like, when I got his thoughts on it, it kind of enlightened, oh, okay, so even people, like you said, like people that didn't watch anything about Demon Slayer, that part of it, like that specific part is what captured him as well. And again, like there's a lot of meaning there. I think like every one of those three sub-stories, those passages, they're very much like almost, again, not going like spiritual, like biblical, but they literally are almost like biblical level. Like you have the false idol story with this kid everyone believes him as like literally this saint or whatever, and then you have the second one where it's like two brothers growing up jealous of the other, and Cain and Abel almost, and you have then you have this horrible fucking story that's like just very, very, like, again, love it. Like that's what makes this so almost flawless. And then again, you just have this little moment.
I just love the anime trope of I love the anime trope of the main character being an anomaly. Like it's like because we're fighting, and it's like I'm beating this bitch up, but why did he keep getting up? Like why is he so determined? I love that trope of like, because he reminds me of someone I knew. I like it. It's overused to fuck, but
but it's good.
But I love it.
Absolutely.
And then like just Tanjiro being himself, just was like it unlocked like core memory, and it was like, oh, this is awesome. I love this. This is great. Right. And I was fucking pouring. I ugly cried. I didn't ugly cry in a long time, but they got me. They had me ugly crying. I was like, not the little, like he just got the bitch, like, and then
it's tough. That was tough. That was absolutely tough. I mean, when the grandfather of the second fight, like that was also like a moment, because that also, even though you didn't like that fight, like that moment where it's like he's clearly fighting for his life at that point, and it's like after the second fight, and he's like, he sees his grandfather, and it's like, you know, you are the greatest thing. You are the best. Like, don't lose that, basically. And it's like, that was a beautiful moment. Like, these moments are absolutely beautiful, not just for characters, but for the audience. So, and even down to the reason why he used fists, because a lot of the characters have weapons, but he just it explained to why he used his fists and stuff, and it's like it was cool. I thought it was cool. Mark, final.
Okay. Fuck. I just let you guys go at it for a while. I enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed the bits and pieces of it. I think, if I was to revisit this, I had to go back to the show and like I'd probably revisit it in like and the format it's meant to be, or it's the format where they're going to chop up into 6 episodes, like the Mugen Train. I think that's the best format for it. Even though it has like theater, like, theater quality animation.
Yeah.
It's like this is definitely like segmented like a movie, like a TV show. So like for me, it doesn't work as a movie. I don't think it's like because of that it has pacing issues, and it's like it just flat out doesn't work.
And it still leaves a cliffhanger.
Yeah, and it still leaves a cliffhanger. It just flat out doesn't work as a movie.
Yeah.
But like as a continuation of the anime, it's like it looks good. It makes you like I can tell this is good writing. It makes me like would want to go back. I don't think I will. I'll probably just watch a sequel and probably watch like a ton of more recaps because I just don't have. I'm behind on so much streaming shit. But this was a decent time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. We'll still be.
One more thing with this movie is for the future, I'm curious of like what they're going to do with the Infinity Castle to make it more of a
manageable.
No. To make it more of like an interesting like backdrop because like. A lot of the castle is just like I said, it reminds me of like a fighting game stage, and it gives them like with this castle, it gives them a lot of reason just to do property damage without anybody actually getting hurt. They can just like break through walls forever. They can break windows and break buildings forever without worrying about like people getting hurt or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But like the entire backdrop is just like wooden rooms.
There's another section.
I didn't get bored of it, mostly because we spent a lot of time with flashbacks and other spots anyway. But it's like, I'm curious if we're going to get different rooms of the castle or different different backdrops in general.
There are different locations within it. Apparently, at the very base of it, like if you go down, whatever is fucking down, there's a like gardenish area. I don't know if they're going to lean much on that significantly.
You know what?
Where's the gaming lounge? Where's the fucking break room?
Right.
You know where I think they lead into though?
Room.
You know what I think they lead into, and I think they showed it off a little bit in this movie. I think what they lead into is the Infinity Castle isn't actually infinite. It's just very big, and I think they showed it. I think they showed it in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. It's just like a big square.
It's a big square, but then in the middle there's the guy that's actually.
Yeah, they explained. They're like the big thing at the end of the movie is they were expanding it. That's why those people who were controlling the crows. It was like.
Fuck, we have way more. They're like, fraud.
Yeah, they mapped everything out. I was like, okay, we got him now.
That's it. It's
yeah.
They should have animated seeing them flipping the table like, fuck it.
They literally shut. Yeah, that would have been out of character for like the moment, but like that would have been a hilarious. Just like one of the smaller women just literally get up and just. Fuck.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, there's an many more things to say about this movie. I think again, like with character growth, all that, fantastic. Seeing these characters at now their shape, their skill, especially our main character, absolutely fantastic. Notably our core. But again, a lot of the characters there's so many characters that only get a little moment of time here that clearly should have more if this was actually a good ensemble movie. There's clearly so much about that's leading to part 2, where part 2 you're gonna get more of the other characters having moments. So it's like again, it's not complete. So that's
probably like this should already 2 hours. We gotta cut it off.
We literally made 6 episodes or 8 episodes, whatever the runtime is, and that's all. And then we're gonna hold it until part 2. So. That's how that wraps up, and that's how our review wraps up.
That's one anime movie down. You better impress us, Chainsaw Man. Come on.
Jesus Christ. All right. That is coming out, what, this month?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Mark. You might be screwed because this is still making money.
I know! I thought it would be done by now!
People are not done with this. Like, I think you might be kind of a little...
We're going to have an easier time with that fucking season model last year.
Yeah. All right.
That's another anime I need to watch. Fucking Chainsaw Man.
It's one season right now. You better go watch it.
Everybody telling me it's like, it's great.
Yeah. By the way, another movie that's coming out in 2027, the sequel to this. So it's another packed, stacked, fucking animated 2027.
Oh, that's gonna be the Shadow the Simpsons movie.
I hope it releases the same day. I would love that. All right.
All the Simpsons movie makes fun of it.
All right. This is
Spinal Tap.
All right, Mark.
Big bottoms.
Mark, you really wanted to get as many people to watch this as possible. You thought this was a fun fantastical movie that deserves attention
Well, I didn't
and
even
love.
try. She bailed.
And but I'll tell you, man.
Well, I'll give you. You were at work that day, but also you bailed.
Yeah.
You should have quit your job.
Jesus.
Okay.
Well, I'll
I should have got you
yeah.
fired.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get. Yeah.
Well, the lead
Lana sucks that she called you fat and ugly.
Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, good pitch, all that. You know, how long is bit? Moving on. Obviously, we lead into Spinal Tap because the first movie got re-released in theaters earlier this year, and it had major promotion. I mean, every AMC, Cinemark, everyone like had a Fathom Events sort of time period for where this movie got re-released. And we were like, all right, it looks interesting. You watched it in theaters. I didn't see it in theaters. We saw it on a movie night.
Yes.
And you know,
that's where I wouldn't have been interested in Spinal Tap 2 if or even knew it was a thing if it wasn't for that Fathom Events, because like I've heard of Spinal Tap because they made a cameo on The Simpsons, and so I was like, okay, this movie's gonna be in the back of my watch list, and then I saw like a Fathom, like I was bored one day, I was looking through the theater I'm gonna call it theater playlist, theater showings, there we go. And like the Fathom Events of Spinal Tap is playing. And I was like, shit, I'll do that. And I thought it was very funny. It was like a very funny like mockumentary.
yes, that's why I was surprised. It's like, all right, what am I gonna get here? Because again, like I saw a little bit of it in the trail. I saw just the trailers. Is all I saw. I didn't see anything else. I saw the trailers of it, and I was like, okay, cool. And then we saw it on the movie night, and I was immersed at. Number one, like, I wish I could have seen this when it came out. Because maybe then I would have got even more of an accurate perception of it, but it just ages like fine wine. Because it feels like you are getting this mockumentary fucking ages so well because of the fact that it's like, it's taking itself so seriously. And it's like themed, it's obviously set in the mid-80s. You've got this Beatles-esque attempt here, this Beatles knockoff, that Spinal Tap. And, you know, like, they started in the 50s, 60s. You get these little moments where they call back to their earlier heritage. It leans into the 70s. Yeah. And they're in the 80s now, and they're trying to switch themselves up and do something that people would still want to watch. But what a lot of those bands found was it's just not the energy that people want anymore. Like, that's not the energy they want. And they're trying to find the style that fits, while also still trying to hold themselves together as a group, as a friendship group, as a band. And it's so interesting. Like, this is such a great
combine like the second one as well, because
again we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the second one it does the same thing, but like it does it in a modern context where it's like the journey is the same, but what?
Get my hand on that. As I slam my hand on the door. You were talking about the fact that Spinal Tap 2.
Because like
Pump 2.
The 2 is doing a similar thing as 1 is.
But it's leaning more into this like office energy than Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Spinal Tap 1 feels like a genuine mockumentary, like so fucking crisp with it. Whereas Spinal Tap 2 is fine. Like, it's great.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, man, that first one I was like, my god. Like, and the second one's still funny. But it's funny because it's leaning into other things that are doing mockumentaries, much like The Office and other things. Like, it's...
No, that's a good point. But, I know, like, the journey, like, the idea of the journey is very similar.
What?
The idea of the journey is very similar, because, like, you just described, like, they're trying to... They were big in the 70s, and they're trying to find relevancy again.
Yes.
And it's kind of the same for Spinal Tap 2. Even though the approach is different.
It is. Yeah. It's just that because they're way more recent, coming off the 60s and 70s, it feels like you're right there. It feels like you are seeing this band that's barely holding on. I mean, like, every fucking event that keeps canceling on them, or like every smaller fucking location, it's like, Jesus Christ. And then, like, you know, shit's going left, the fucking Stonehenge thing. Like, I mean, everything's like, it's amazing. And, like, but they have their own personalities. You can feel, by the way, the friendship between the core two. Like, that's my thing about the first one. And the second one's still there, but, like, that friendship really, like, you feel it. They're like brothers. Like, and it's amazing how masterful I don't know anything about the backstory. I don't know if these two were actually friends or not. But it seems like they actually became friends. They had to have after the movie or during the movie's development, because they feel genuinely like they are very close friends that have been on this journey forever and are just loving music. And that's what you get out of like Spinal Tap 1. And so when they have that little divisiveness or they're like figuring themselves out in those moments, it really matters. And when he comes back up on stage in that last one, you're like, fuck yeah, man, do that. Like, all of it is a great, great time, you know?
Oh yeah, these two worked as a great double feature.
Yes. Like, and again, like the fucking joke about the fucking drummers, I mean, like, fucking hilarious. Stupid.
Like, I will say I'm not sure if like this humor can fly for everybody because like it is very slow paced and dialogue heavy.
As they would say,
and very British.
Very British. That's what I was gonna say. Very British humor, because like that's all it is. It's like it's a mockumentary though.
Yeah.
Like, that's the humor that you're gonna get in a mockumentary. It's not gonna be like I don't know, like fucking Deadpool Wolverine. Like it's gonna be very slow and steady, and it's finding itself whenever the situation arises. I think again, like one of the things between 1 and 2, we talked about this leaving the theater for 2, was the director there. He's got so much camaraderie with the band, with the group there, that he becomes like a significant fourth member that really helps the second movie along. Like the first movie doesn't necessarily require, like, he's got these moments where it's like very like just fun little pokes and prods at the band here and there, but he's treating it very much more seriously like a mockumentary. This time he's literally there like a genuine like fourth member that's like really poking fun at this group, and it really adds to the momentum of the second movie itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think without him and that style,
I love the running.
I think it would sink the movie a little bit if you didn't have that chemistry with the director. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of feel like he understood that he needed to uplift certain moments that he himself was filming.
I love the running joke of between both movies about the drummer that keeps dying.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
It's like Kenny from South Park.
1000%.
It's like a curse.
It's fucking.
It's like they're trying to get like I said in the movie how they're trying to get drummers. I'm like, no guys, I don't want to die.
Yeah. And again, I like the like in the way that it's a parody. Again, you get the Yoko Ono character in the first one where, you know, she comes in, like, it's like, all right, the girl comes in and he's kind of fucking up the flow with the energy of the band, and, you know, the whole band's kind of falling apart because the attention's falling off of, you know, the core focus and the importance of things that are happening. I like that there. I just like so much about the first one because, again, you go back, you feel like it's so much more of a period piece now, even though it's not. Like, because you're back in that time, you know what I mean? Like, you feel like, oh, like, I'm watching a band that's trying to just keep itself together in the like early to mid 80s, and you just don't have that magic in the second one, which isn't bad. But it's like it's a different approach. It's in the second one, obviously you have a you know, these guys that are just going to do one more because of a forced requirement, or a kind of a semi-forced requirement, or semi like let's go one more time, and it's not bad in that way. It's still funny, but everyone's treating it like everyone loves Spinal Tap. Like, you can tell from the outside. Like, you get Elton John, you get Paul McCartney from the Beatles. Like, just those two alone, like, that was really, really fun. But you can tell that these are people that love the original movie that are here. And so it's not that it dissuades that second movie at all. It just kind of makes it like, it's not.
It's a very unnecessary sequel, but like it's a sequel that's fun to have it either way.
Absolutely.
Like,
it's good, yeah.
Guy, this is like this is produced mostly by Harry Shearer, and he is like one of the biggest voices on The Simpsons. He does Ned Flanders, he does Montgomery Burns, he does Kent Brockman. He does a lot of voices on The Simpsons. He's been doing them for years. He's also one of the most I guess controversial voices too, because like he does like he does threaten he'll quit the show a couple of times. Good. He was against I guess like no, he wanted more pay for his voice in the theme parks. So like a lot of his characters don't like in the Simpsons ride at Universal like don't have speaking roles.
Jesus.
But like
hey man, do what you can.
Yeah.
Do what you can. I don't disagree with that, but he's a little more like up for the fight basically.
And like his voice definitely like aged the most because you know, Mr. Burns is like an old character, but now since he's like 80, like Mr. Burns actually sounds
he literally sounds like an old man now.
Yeah.
Before he's doing the impression, but now he's old. So it's like, you know, you go from doing an impression of an old man becoming the old man doing the impression of an old man. Like, different energy.
But he's still a great voice in The Simpsons.
Yeah. I think like it is amazing though that they were able to obviously get this movie done again. When you talk about like these actual actors and artists that are aging, this is like kind of the energy that you would love to have gotten from like the fucking Force Awakens, where you have all three of them like sharing a moment. Like you get to see all three of them again, like sharing a moment together.
And for a fake band, the music's good.
For a fake band, it's
like
great.
Big Bottom still floats in my head. That's a fun song. Big Bottom.
Yes. And like, yeah, it's almost like K-pop Demon Hunter in that way, where it's like it's not obviously K-pop isn't a parody, but it's like it's parodying the industry.
It's fictional. We can just call it fictional.
Yeah, it's a fictional example of industry music, but it's doing it accurately. Like, what would be on from a group that was making 70s hits?
The concert in the first movie and the ending concert in the second movie, I was just enjoying them as concerts. I was like, these are some good songs. I'm just in the moment, and then like, oh yeah, we're in the mockumentary.
Yeah, that's why it hurt for Spinal Tap 2. They kind of, the way they ended it, it's like, I understand, like, kind of funny that happened, but it also was like, I was enjoying the kind of return concert, and you just ended it. I was just like...
Well, it was a funny ending, because, like, they have to mess it up in some way.
They have to, but I wish it was, like, maybe, like, one more full song, like, I don't know, like, I kind of was like, that's all.
I was sad, like, it wouldn't feel like Spinal Tap if it went according to plan, if it went correctly.
I know. I'm saying I'm saying get one more song and then do that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's all I'm saying. Like,
we need an extended cut.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I need. I need literally attach the actual concert that this probably was onto this.
Also, I would buy that bottle of water. That's shaped like the
Spinal Tap. Yeah, get the Spinal Tap water.
Yeah, the logo.
The tap water.
That's shaped like the logo.
That's a weird bottle too, because it's like got two shared little things on this. Yeah.
What's it? Is it called the Stone?
It's Stonehenge. It's
Stonehenge.
It's an old. Yeah.
I love like they kept referencing that, and like because in the first movie was funny where like they wanted it to be like giant. Yes. And like they accidentally got the small one. They had like they had like dwarves just dancing around it to make it look.
And it's
bigger.
not even big. It's not even big. Yeah, they're outsizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But I thought fucking hilarious. Great like amount of cameos in the second one. He had even Questlove for a moment, and he was like scared to even be a drummer. He was like, "Yeah, I would join, but people die when they're drummers." And then like every drummer, like they got to like was it Metallica? Metallica's fucking drummer was like, "Yeah, go to this guy. He's better." The other guy's like, go to this guy. He's
it's like trying to pass off a curse.
Yeah. So
I like when you get back to one of the guys, they have an award for an oldie.
For an oldie, yeah.
Old music.
That was great. Yeah.
But again,
the comedy here's the comedy is still great. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm not. Even though I said like the second one doesn't have.
I'm so glad we got to see it in theaters.
Hilarious. Yeah.
Yeah, because like for some reason Google wasn't posting any more showtimes, even though Charles Center had more showtimes.
That's weird.
Yeah,
usually they have it covered, but that's weird.
Yeah, thankfully Charles Center. I thought it was just done for like it was last week, but this has a short one. I guess mostly because people just didn't never really heard of Spinal Tap. It has a cult following, but it's kind of a small cult following. Like I didn't hear about Spinal Tap before the Fathom events, and the only reason I vaguely know of Spinal Tap and how I know it's a fake band is because like I watched The Simpsons.
That is crazy.
I've recently seen that episode.
Yeah.
I recently seen that episode of The Simpsons like 3 years prior, so it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's Spinal Tap.
It is crazy that like you literally like caught that, and you still remembered it. Because I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have just like passed it off, and it's kind of like down the wind. And it's kind of oops, all right, like because it's like what relevance is this? All right, it's important, but like is it like it's fake? But like is it fake? Okay, all right. But that's a good catch. It's a good catch. All right. Anything else about Spinal Tap you got?
I'll probably get the I'll wait. I want to get the DVD. I know I have special features on it, but I'll probably like wait if there's like I'm gonna give it some time. If there's like a double feature DVD that comes with special features for Spinal Tap 1 and 2, I'll get that instead. If they don't make one, I'll just buy it individually.
Understandable. All right. Alrighty. That is the September wrap-up. Obviously a little smaller. Now, runtime-wise, what is it sitting at, Mark? 2 hours, 45 minutes?
2 hours, 40 minutes.
Oh, that was close. So it is, funny enough, still around the normal, but again, I think what we did, Mark, this time around was just, we were able to get way more definition into like just those core movies. And I love the conversations we had this time because, you know, even though usually we have like 10 different things to cover, here we weren't kind of zooming through anything because it was only 4 or 5 things to cover. So I do like that we were able to kind of really breathe all these things out, you know?
Yeah.
And that kind of really made for some good shit. All right, Mark, where can they find you?
That's caninebiscuits.com. That's caninebiscuts.
All right. You can find me, of course, at Democracy, youtube.com/@Democracy. That's ATHEMOCRACY on YouTube. And then also, you can go to Bryan the Baltimorean on Instagram, all one word. And you can, of course, go to cartoonchatpodcast.com for Cartoon Chat. All right. Guys, thanks for watching. See you in the future for spooky season.
Oh, yeah. Logging out, everybody.